Just did I miss
I'm so
anything?
glad your connection is good right now.
We're so.
Yeah, I know,
We can
right?
hear you.
We could see you.
Yes. Yes. We're so close to being
You're
on
like
time.
more. There are more than 6 pixels of you.
Yeah,
Do
and
not
they're
sound
like
like a robot.
happening at the same time.
Yeah, you're not on a 30-second lag behind us.
Just
That's
looking
always fun,
agonized.
though. It's like amateur time travel.
It's
Emphasis on the amateur.
like really annoying, pointless time travel.
Yeah, story of my life.
Or maybe all travel is time travel. Hey guys.
Oh,
I'm gonna
is
tweet
that
the link
so?
before somebody fucking shanks me. It's been like solid 90 seconds. Okay.
Oh, Pineapple, how are you?
I'm better.
You sound great.
Thank you.
Dying.
Not when I laugh. When I laugh, I sound like I've been smoking a pack a day for a billion years.
All right, we'll try to keep that to a minimum.
Don't be funny.
Oh, like that's a problem?
I see it coming.
Really unentertaining.
Yeah, no, we can deliver, I think.
I thank you, Dimitri, for tagging me in the chat. Just waiting for Lua James. Thank you, buddy. Got it.
I tweeted the link, and then we weren't ready. Which is better than not tweeting the link.
It's
Don't
better
yell.
not tweeting the link.
We're really sensitive.
We planned to do this yesterday. Like, sometimes it's like, hey, you want to do the thing in like an hour? Alright. And then I make us 10, 15 minutes late. It's like fucking yesterday. And like 2 hours out, I'm like, I'm good. I got this. I'm ready. And then from 2 hours ago until now, I did one 20-minute task. And then it was 10 minutes after, and I don't know what happened.
You've already established I don't have a concept of time, so you're good. You're good.
Time moves around you, Corbin. But so we're Corbett's solving her audio issue, and I'm like, should I press the button? There's people in the chat, and Pineapple's like, oh, I tweeted the link. I was like, oh, why'd you do that? And she's like, I don't know. And I was like, well, can I do it? And she's like, I gotta get more snacks now. And then she starts to explain what the rate at which she'd eaten the snacks she already had instead of going to get them. Like,
no, we exist to torment you. I mean,
they were yummier than anticipated. So
I'm glad I got the end of that explanation.
They're really good.
Well, Scout's here. Scout with
no, what? Oh, hey, Scout.
Sorry if I just made a bunch of noises.
Hey, buddy.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
That's how I like to enter a room.
Disruptive. Goated.
The chat is really spiraling right now. Somebody has Valium, somebody else has vodka, and they don't even like vodka, but they're drinking it.
Oh.
How are things, guys? Did we leave you alone too long?
Who are you talking to?
She's not talking to
I was
us.
thinking. I was like, she just cast a pretty wide net.
I said chat. Chat. There's a singular, collective, plural, which is chat.
Hi, Jessica. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Dana. Hi, Heather. Hi, Taryn.
Everyone in the chat is drinking, except for Leslie, who has antibiotics. Doing the hard stuff.
By Pineapple just saying hi, I imagine she's actually saying HIGH, as though everyone's just high.
Everyone on my timeline is like
Heather toasted Abigail.
Is like seriously ill and just taking shots.
Peach schnapps.
I have some peach schnapps.
Okay. Sorry, now I'm just reading my timeline.
Do you get some snacks?
Good old radio.
Watch me read.
Hi, we're live reading our Twitter feeds.
I mean, that's not far off from what we normally do.
That's true.
There.
Well, cheers, chat. I hope everybody wakes up fucking hungover as shit. For the first day of gishwhes, why are you all drinking? You're crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you should wake up just blasted on the first day of gishwhes. Like, I was gonna say good luck to everyone doing gishwhes, but I think all of them are drinking right now.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
We didn't know they were masochists before.
I think it's just like, I think there's like a weird sense of nihilism about it.
Yeah.
Which is like, what I'm all about, but...
Like, Misha, please come collect your dysfunctional internet children.
Look what you've done. They're drinking the night before the thing now. They're just getting trashed. What have you done?
Yeah, the thing is that they've been doing it for a few hours. Like, this isn't just started. They aren't just bringing out the drinks. They've been turning up for a time.
They've been building up their tolerance.
That's true.
Oh
where's Tasha? There she is. I don't get hangovers when I drink through my unicorn straw.
That sounds like a sober person.
Yeah. Tasha did not sleep last night.
Oh.
This is gonna be.
She did not sleep last night, and now she's getting hammered.
Is she psyching herself up for gishwhes or to like hold up a bank? Not that they're mutually exclusive.
I can almost guarantee that might be on the list there, Lua.
Fair.
So.
Guess how much I prepared to do this.
All of it.
That hour and a half ago when you said it was gonna happen.
Nope.
Not even that.
0 prepared during that.
Cool.
No. I walked to the store and I bought a steel reserve.
Hey, another purple can.
Why have you been tracking this?
Put that on the tally. And we're good. All right.
I actually have nothing to offer on night before gishwhes anything.
Advice?
Don't
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I was like, is that what this is? Because I really haven't seen much shit going down. The only thing, it's just like, this feels like we're news reporters that like we know that the big storm's going to hit, and we're just like, everyone please bunker down, lock your doors,
just like
windows.
In the rain going, it's raining. That's what we're doing.
We need someone outside that's just screaming and has a stop sign hitting them in the wind.
Just like a sign that says, oh shit. And that's it.
Hit them right in the face. Don't die is a team motto. Tasha's team motto is don't die.
That's really demanding.
Unless that's on the list. You never know.
Doing radio in the midst of gishwhes and just getting random gishers to call in, and they're just like, yeah, everything's going great, as they're just like, there's just like tampons falling on them. And
they're reporting live from the field.
We should
like partially splattered on their webcam.
And make them all just call in while they're like just far enough into the week that they've like lost most of their sanity.
See, I used to last year I tried to do like for E4K and stuff, like, hey, record you doing the thing and I'll make a compilation at the end. But because it's so competitive and you can't share items until like way later, there's nobody really has anything to share. Except for a lot of like really tense subtweeting the entire week, like that one fucking item. And like they'll just 4-8 paragraphs about that one fucking I don't know what they're saying ever.
They can talk about what they're doing, how they're doing it. They just can't show it.
Maybe it was like approach strategy, I don't fucking know. But like it's very secretive. But also they were already doing things I didn't understand. So I don't know. Maybe the level of secrecy didn't matter.
I think all of us here now are non-participants. We're just team.
Yeah, we're just talking about it with nothing to offer.
Yeah.
You're spectators.
Yeah, that's me this year. I've participated every single year, and this was the one year that I was like, I have earned a year off. I have done my time. And then Misha was like, "Oh, by the way, last year." So now, I mean, I'm happy that I'm not participating still, because my God, even when you're on a team that's like, don't worry, we're just gonna be chill. It's never chill. Nothing's ever chill. That's not it.
I hope you're
just wanna
just striking fear into the hearts of the casual team people
I
watching.
want to, because now that registration is closed, they have no choice. They are barred in. They have probably put money into this.
You're really
It's
helping.
going to be the biggest stress in your life.
I just need to read this one comment. Last year, I cried after completing a vest made of cantaloupe, so I couldn't do it again. Well, I just wanted to like put that out in the universe.
Is gishwhes like childbirth, where you just forget how awful it was, and you're like, "Oh, I'll do it again."
Yes.
I'm gonna quote that.
We have even less experience with that. Pineapple.
I've had kidney stones. They've said that those are worse than childbirth. And every single time I have a kidney stone, I think it can't be that bad. It is. It's worse. So I imagine that childbirth is something like that, except... Anyway.
You should get Charlie to come on.
If we can get any man with a beard on, Charlie.
You see the street I live on. You can't just.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, I guess. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying, is that there's one dude that we'd be okay with coming onto this, and it would be him. It's just Charlie.
I feel like that would be a mistake.
And yet you are the one that suggested it.
Don't at me.
I'm just subtweeting, bro. Could be about it.
Alicia, I have been made to feel inadequate and unprepared. Yes. Wait,
why is Scout muted?
I don't know. It's crazy. What happens?
God damn it! Ever since that function was discovered.
I did it by accident.
Sure.
All right. Do we have anything to talk about even?
I'm sure stuff's happened.
That's fair.
I honestly just want to like sit here and bask in the fact that none of us are doing it, but they're all about to suffer for a week.
That is true.
It feels good.
It feels
good.
Feels
knowing,
super good.
Yeah, knowing that it's like, yeah, that's what I'm going to have that poured onto me for the next week. Be the one pouring, you know?
I picture it like there's like that storm coming feeling, and like they're all asshole cats outside, but I'm indoors, and it's gonna be great. And then for the entire week,
it's like what happens?
They're like the cats will like leer angrily through the window because they need me to help them do an extremely complex and arbitrary task, and also they're mad. But I'm inside, and they're not.
Yeah, it's like it answers the question, it asks the question, or it answers the question, where do squirrels go during hurricanes? And we're about to find out.
Are we the squirrels?
No, they are. They are.
They're cats? I'm lost.
Which animal are we in this metaphor?
I think about squirrels during storms a lot more than I think about the cats. But the cats and the squirrels are the same. Maybe the cats, they're bigger. They have a bigger girl.
Yeah, what animal am I?
Where the squirrels don't live in corn?
Yeah, they do.
Fire.
I'll take the video tomorrow while they're all gishwezzing.
There's food and shelter.
Yeah, I'll be... When I'm gishwez, while everybody else is gishwezzing, you'll see a video of me posting a video of a squirrel, or me posting a video of a squirrel in the corn. So that's where I was today.
Would be of you posting.
I think you're halfway to an item yourself there.
That's what. Yeah.
Scoutwhes.
Did any of you submit items?
I didn't.
We paused silence as though the chat can speak.
I thought she was talking to the chat. I was being polite, not dumbfounded.
Well, everyone. I'm talking to everyone.
No, gishwhes is all very mysterious. Still.
Darren says we should talk about Brianna's album.
Sure.
Brianna's
can talk
making an
about
album.
Good start.
We're talking about it now.
Yeah.
It's this fucking
I mean,
Shroud and Swain promotion. Taryn, you're full of great
Oh my
suggestions.
god, yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do they?
We're not here for the good stuff, the highlights.
I just want to see who, because I feel like they're tweeting it proudly. Like they're doing this stuff very proudly, but I want to see if I knew who was doing it. Like if I saw it was
You
Mike
know it's
Borja doing this, and he would just be like, "My kids will love this," I'd be happier with that.
Borja
like-
can't get into the Swain account.
Yeah, I was really proud of him. Like every single time he posts on his Instagram, I kind of just like gently clap at my desk. But yeah,
So he's retweeting like promo for things that have already happened.
I know.
and he's just proud of them.
He retweeted like Rob saying, "I'm going to be on the tree on the news to talk about the tree thing," but he retweeted it the day after it happened, and I was like, "Oh,
It was like in an hour and a half. Nobody.
bless."
So yeah, if it was like him, then yeah. But yeah, it's probably Steven bored at a poker match, being like, "This will really get him."
I'm gonna tweet words that rhyme with Tumblr. It's gonna
July 20th.
kids will love it.
Do you follow us on blank, or are you a fumbler? Is it cool if I come over to see if you're a mumbler? Hashtag who is August 25th? Hashtag search for the full tracks. Now, Pineapple, am I
Yes.
wrong? I don't check my email. Did they not send an email? Like,
Literally, they did.
Here are the tracks.
Yeah.
Well, I think that it was like, congratulations, you're already on our mailing list. Here's the track. If you're not on our mailing list, I
Follow
just
us on
sent those fools. I just sent those fools on a wild goose chase.
Now, wait, okay, so if their Tumblr account says join the mailing list, the circle will be complete. That will make sense. Because if I need to know if I am a fumbler, I have to follow him on Tumblr. And then if I follow him on Tumblr, then I join the mailing list. I too will get the email allowing me to fulfill hashtag find the full tracks. What the fuck are they doing? This is so weird and like kindergarten-y and
I know, it's like,
patronizing.
Dad,
Probably not on purpose.
no.
What really got me was the entire Instagram story that could only be done in, I think, 5 to 10 second chunks, which was supposed to be an entire lyric video? That's a strong word. That's a generous term for
I
it.
didn't see this.
Oh no! It was done. It was like a lyric video done in the way that in the early 2000s or mid 2000s, early 2000s, go back to far, mid to late 2000s, kids would do like YouTube poop chats where it's just a black screen with text over it with that option of like, you can have these credits or you can have this effect. And they just did that with different fonts and different colored fonts. And typed out the lyrics as they happened.
Okay. I mean, it's information. I don't know what to do with it. But is that what happened on their Instagram?
Yes. And it was delivered in, I want to say, 10-second chunks. So it's like a music video where you watch 10 seconds, there's like a little delay because your Instagram's catching up. Wait 10 seconds, another little delay because it's catching up. And then it did that for, a whole 3-minute something song. Which I thought was a strange way to sort of
I'm looking at their Tumblr
something.
now. Is it to anger people? Because it does work. I am now looking at their Tumblr. I would not have otherwise been. 1 week ago. So glad to see you're not a fumbler or a mumbler. Here's Cool If I Come Over for our upcoming live, all caps, album, Saturday Night Special. Pre-order your copy today at loudandswain.com. 3 days ago. If you like stories, you'll follow us here. When your mama figures it out, it's instantly clear. Hashtag search
And that
for
was
full
the
tracks,
Mama's
not
Jam.
in the tags. Like, not in the tag section, so it
makes
doesn't
me-
work.
Want to not pre-order the album.
It makes me mad.
Literally wearing this shirt, and I'm like, no.
Like, I don't really care. I'm like, I don't know. If I was a new customer, I don't know how
Right?
much I would be into it.
Yeah.
The thing is that it's like, we've all been sort of acquainted with them for so long that we're just like, it's them.
Yeah.
But if I don't know how I would feel about it if I was just now coming into the band.
We're being so diplomatic. It's very patronizing.
I would mail coupons to the person who recommended me. Like, physically mail some coupons, and I would make the recipient pay the postage. So that they would know how I felt about those seconds of my life that I'm not going to get back. It was like an advertisement for worse, but in fact, I paid for it.
Okay. But I mean, they're trying to engage us, right? They're trying to do something interactive.
Okay. That's...
Novelty is hard. We've heard the songs. Like, they have to do something.
Okay, what
This
if
it's
talk to us?
interesting choice.
Like, Twitter, social media platform, all you do on it is type words or put GIFs. It's all communication. What if they, bear with me, communicated with us? Like, what if they talk to us?
That's what I was just about to suggest. That I was like, like an AMA sort of thing. If they did that, like once
it's like
a week.
there's a riddle, but the riddle is so bad. The riddle is actually, why is this riddle so bad? Like, what? Like, because it only like mostly makes sense. Is it cool if I come over to see if you're a mumbler? If that's not a fellatio joke, it doesn't make any sense at all.
Not everybody has a gift for rhyming. It's hard.
Who held a gun to anybody's head and said, "You better"?
These are musicians.
Why is Corbett even
Why is she sunshine right now?
Corbett, I super love you, but you just said not everyone has a talent for rhyming. There's a band.
The band.
They have one job most of the time.
Well, look, we're talking. I mean, somebody had to do it. I mean, just take a contrary position, and now it's out there, and I can agree with you. But I don't. I mean, the thing is, they could have done nothing.
Very
Don't be a Swain apologist. It's bad. The tweets are bad, and they should feel a little bit bad.
I love bad poetry.
You couldn't
I
even commit
really
to
do.
like, and you should feel bad. Like, you have to soften it with like, it's a little bit bad. Nobody like wants them to like. It's sweet in its own way. You know what I mean? Because like the rest of, at least the con regular cast are all like kind of looped into gishwhes and constantly moving around that. So it was like Stephen Norton was like, I'm gonna do the thing too. They love puzzles and shit. So we read the back of the cereal box.
They love puzzles.
I mean, it's a fundamental like misunderstanding of what we're about, but there's an effort there, and I think that's what's commendable.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
I feel like the effort is being placed
Let's see what the chat.
in the wrong portion,
We're we're not that hard to please.
Like,
I mean, really.
What I'm saying is that, like, with the Instagram story, they had to upload that. That was 10 seconds at a time for, like, over 3 minutes.
Okay, but Borja's fake phone call was a gift because it was so
that was good,
and it like did not question itself at all. It was just Mr. Borja doing whatever the fuck he does. He committed. There was no reason for it, and it was fine like that. It was cool. We didn't have to have a hashtag. It was just him being inexplicable.
He was giving us insight without making it like weird. It was so good. I feel like if they did that, if they just posted a bunch of weird little videos.
Just let Borja take control.
Borja performance art.
Yes, let this be Borja month. Borjagist. Borjagist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me be your PR manager, Loud and Swain.
It'll be the best riddle ever because there will be no answer.
Let him
whatever's going
retweet
on
all
up there.
if he wants to.
Give him all the passwords, just insta-log him in. Everything, it is Borhaugust now. It is long.
Can we all just make it happen by just tweeting that?
In his fake video, or in his fake phone call video, he says, Norton, it's me, Borja. You've been in a band with this man for 20 years. But I hope when he calls him, he really does that. He says, Norton, it's me, Borja. I hope he says that every time.
And then Norton's
That's
just like, no, I have caller ID. And then Borja just like, yeah, it's me, Borja.
Yeah, I know, but what if it was my wife calling you from my phone? Anyway, it's me, Borja. Mr. Borja.
You
Michael.
thought we were going to talk about gishwhes, but in fact, it's hashtag Borhaugust.
Mhm.
Yes.
The
I
viewer
love it.
count just keeps going down.
They said they were gonna
Because
talk
they're
about
all,
You
they
know,
all thought that they had Twitter on their like bookmarks toolbar, and they were like, "This is too good of a hashtag," so they just really quick clicked Twitter. They were like, "Oh shit, I clicked away from the stream. Doesn't matter. I'm on Twitter. I have to tweet this out."
Gotta commit.
That's why the count is going down, because those
They're all so
people-
hammered, they're just dropping off.
That also could be it. They could be blackout drunk and somehow closing the browser.
Alicia, Alicia and Borja should hang out. Alicia and Borja should run anyone's social media.
Yeah.
Example here was, hey Swain, I'd love to do the thing, but I need to go eat. I'm hungry. Hi, hungry. We're dads. Go to Snapchat for the full track chat hashtag who's August 25th. Let's go. Moving. You know, it's hashtag Borhaugust in my mentions now.
Is Alicia secretly a member of Swain?
Borjalicia. There we go.
Illuminati confirmed. I'm nodding.
you didn't go for Aloha?
Which
Wait,
one
does
is
that work?
Alicia?
Borjaloha.
Borjaloha's really good. Oh man, now I need to go to HawaiiCon.
Honolulu, kind.
Mhm.
Lua is slang for shitter.
Is it?
Yes,
Cool.
it is. Boy, did I learn that
I
early.
believe you.
Yep, I was like, that is appropriate and deserved. So,
Oh, man.
my exciting portmanteau died a quick, painful death. Well, we talked about Swain.
Yeah.
Talked about
checked.
Swain. As far as Bree's album goes, I'm excited. I know, Lua. I'm excited about the content. I am not excited about the production. That's all. That's my... Like, I'm all about supporting our good queen, Brianna.
Or Queen Bee.
Our queen bee.
Our
I hope...
shirt should say Queen Bee. Sorry.
What? You like
Should
it or
we-
you don't like it?
Do you need me to mute you myself?
I
There we go. It's like she wanted to talk, but also she felt regrets filling her mouth. So I just figured
I mean,
would mention-
she should get it out of her system now.
That's
Right?
true. Well, I mean, mine was I was
Well,
just
the mute's
throwing a
on.
suggestion. She didn't. Anyway, I'm really excited. Oh, see, Lua, you could have kept talking,
Mhm.
but seeing the production, this great suggestion that Lua just gave in our chat, it probably won't happen because it's clever.
Yeah.
I just hope that She gets to do whatever songs she wants to do.
I mean, I didn't know she wrote her own songs. Like, I think that's going to be incredible. She has great taste when it comes to covers. So, yeah, content. Awesome.
If you think that shit won't be at least partly written by, like, it's like written by Brianna Buckmaster, Jason Mans, and Aaron Beaumont. Written by Brianna Buckmaster and Jason Mans. Pineapple, I see you making that face.
I am on board with what you were saying.
And just so, I'll just paste it in the chat. Screen cap me if you want. I'm pretty sure I've covered all grounds offending people.
But yeah, I mean, it's not even the song choice. Like, she can sing anything she wants; it'll be great.
Yeah.
It's just the team.
Yeah.
The team that's doing the album is
Why the fuck is somebody that is calling themselves a producer observably acting like a manager? Like, why is that happening?
when it's. But the thing is that even the people that stand him were like, organization not on point. It's like, yeah.
I don't think I've ever gotten more like clear support for something controversial that I said ever about than I did with that thread. Like,
Yeah, even
I just got nervous because the viewer count went up, and I would choose to not be paying attention except it's under your faces, so it's like right there. I'd listen to her sing the left side of my local Chinese menu, Julia.
See, that's what I'm saying, is that she can sing whatever. It doesn't matter what song choice. It doesn't matter even if she writes a song. The thing is that she might not be able to write all the parts of a song, and so Jason will immediately be credited on it.
It pisses me off. I mean, my personal experience aside, just like, why? Like, there. I mean, maybe because nobody. No, I should not speculate about that. I'm gonna mute myself for a little bit.
I think it's just the phrase, "Hey, do you want to give it a try?" And then that snowballs quickly.
It's been 4 fucking minutes since Gil made an album. Are we done with that now? Has that had all the success it's gonna have? They congratulated each other for a week on Twitter, and that was no, because he doesn't do promotion.
Yeah,
I've talked to this dude for a year, or over a year. Like, hey, if you promoted this thing, here's some ideas. Hey, let me set you up these interviews. Hey, here's fucking MTV. Hey, do anything. Do literally anything. But
yep. Agree.
Literally anything. Like,
I find it weird that there was only 7 songs on the album.
Honestly, I did not even listen. It got such bad reviews.
I listened and I did not like it. Actually, I thought his original songs were the best ones on it, though.
Oh, that's good, though.
Yeah. Cool. I really don't like the covers because it's like weird jazzy version, which is not my jam to start with. But
yeah, that's the reason I didn't get it, is because I was like, I'm not really interested in that genre. So I was like, if I'm not gonna listen to it, I'm spending for money, so I'm not gonna. Huh?
In fairness, Radiohead wasn't either.
So yeah.
Cover of Creep.
Yeah, that's a little.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
If that's being done, like, ironically, I like it when somebody's just like, hey, let's take this song and then put it in a weird format, and hey, let's see if it works. I like when that's done, but you can tell that he does things with like a lot of like serious kind of like, I'm really putting myself into this, I'm really putting oomph into this, and it's like, all right.
I don't want to expose Corbett, but Corbett, do you want to say the thing that you said
I
about?
have no idea what I said.
Okay,
Oh,
type it in the chat
about.
first before I throw you under the.
You could have typed it.
Wait, in our group chat?
Mm-hmm.
Are you still typing it?
I have a biology degree. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. Don't mind me.
Yeah, I mean,
I
the thing
think
is,
that's what you're talking about.
Alicia, my immediate reaction, aside from anger, was it's all actually fantastic if you imagine that it's Chip from Kings of Con, because then it's all necessarily ironic.
Oh my God! That's how they should have advertised it.
Absolutely.
That's brilliant. Oh my God, Corbett. Yeah, that was your idea. That was you that said that?
Yes.
That's
I mean,
what. Yeah, that's the thing that I was typing that I wasn't gonna say.
Yeah, that's what it is. Oh my God, that is the best thing I've ever heard.
If you put it
Well, 'cause the thing is,
in your head, it's suddenly really funny.
That's my feeling on everything Gil does. So I thought that I said that. I'm sorry.
I think it
Not
was
in like
one
a mean way. It's just
I don't
funny
know.
because he's a great character. Like, because the thing is, like, Gil. If you talk to Gil socially, or like he has his like fandom presence, it's very cleaned up and polite and earnest and a little bit detached. But in recent,
Or like how Rich describes him as like G Willikers.
yeah, but
yeah.
like increasingly, like at least before they swept him away for Once Upon a Time cons, like he went from, you know, green as ever to like kind of saucy and a little bit bitchy and like really subversive on stage, and it was great when he when he knew what he was saying was funny, or like when he stopped for a second to try to say a thing that would be approved of, or like he was funny. It was great. And I got so invested in that idea that I forgot what the fuck I was trying to say. I know where did I start that sentence?
Well, I mean, he's still okay. I still haven't watched that part of Shy-Con, but that element was there. Certainly, the edginess.
And that didn't used to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bit more timid. More timid.
Well, the thing like about Gil is that he is really good at adapting to whatever, if he's in a sort of duo panel, to whatever the other person is doing. So it's interesting to see him play off of other people that way. And so when he was with Osric, he tended to be cleaner, but with Alina, like it takes a different vibe. So.
He would actually, he and Osric could put some raunchy shit out there. Oh yeah. Like once he figured out that was like the vibe of the room, and Osric would just like he could say anything in an equally genuine way. So like catch up and realize you did not hear what you expected to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And Osric just said something raunchy as shit, and like eventually Gil picked up on that. And I just like there's personality there, there's wit, there's intelligence, there's a distinctive personality, and I just wish that had been present. And like, because that's not the vibe I get from the album. It just isn't like that.
Yeah, no, like Creep could have been an interesting choice had he gone that route, I guess. So divergent from what he typically does, but because he was doing him to a song that doesn't necessarily fit, like there should have been something interesting there. But I kept like hoping it would fall away, that this sort of jazziness, that it would break up, and that's what led to the Chip thing. Like it's
pow. It's because Chip is a great fucking character. Chip is an A+ character
with depth and surprising elements there. So.
He couldn't play him so well if he weren't the opposite of that.
Like what would have been funny is that you find out about Chip is that he A, loves Taylor Swift, and B, loves death metal band Cannibal Corpse more. So I think that he could have thrown in, if there was like a jazzy version of a Cannibal Corpse song, hell yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah.
would have kickstarted that before it even happened. Like, before it was even a concept, I would have been like, where's my Kickstarter? But that's not the case. And I feel like, Creep, not so much. Creepo, not so much.
That's it. Like they were trying to hit a lot of marks there because he did Creep and he did If I Only Had a Brain, right? So you get the musical element there, and trying to remember what else was. It's like they tried to cover a lot of ground, but it still was so similar.
Well, he's a Broadway guy, so it's like they wanted to be like, to keep that essence of he's Broadway, but also he's in with the cool crowd.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a lot of like strong, in-depth opinions on things nobody gives a shit about. Like I called this like, oh shit, it's Gishwhes Eve. But let's talk about the finer points of a jazz version of Radiohead's Creep.
I mean, it has potential. I don't know, but
I still
put
can't
on
get
paper.
That just. I like that she's blocking the camera because she muted it. Like, look away.
Sorry about that. Oh, my cat's eating a box. Just a second.
Were you addressing your cat? Was that the private?
No. Well, I was addressing the problem of my cat.
Oh, she speaks to King.
Another resident of my home brought him in here. I muted for a moment because apparently he was doing shit he was not supposed to. So Kane has been transported into this place.
Subtweeting her cat.
Yeah. Kane, hey, stop eating that. He's not listening.
No,
You never do.
I feel like, yeah, the topic was Gishwhes sort of loosely. I feel like everyone just needed to be together before it happens.
Oh, you sap.
Oh,
That's so sweet.
I think she's saying "Misery Loves Company."
No, it's just like everyone, like there's like some like a low key level of fear, so everyone is just huddled together.
No, definitely, because this is like the period between like the SDCC fury and the like trepidation of Gishwhes. So we're like right in that valley. I'm just shit.
I had tweeted out last year, in necessarily overdramatic way, the last few minutes of a ceasefire into thin air, the first few minutes of Christmas morning, and that's what the night before Gishwhes is like. There's so much tension, things vibrate, you know, because everyone's so hyper aware, and it's gonna fuck you up. So, like, I'm ignoring that. Alicia. Christina said he could have sung fucking Rent. Look, I know that there's a song about minutes in that show, but but I think that like it didn't strike me as genuine at all. There was nothing autobiographical about this, even though it was intended to be. That's my impression of it. It was.
I bet people would have lost their shit if he focused more on Broadway stuff and did stuff like something from like Hamilton.
Yeah, played
like
to
something not overproduced that he clearly gave a fuck about.
I think getting the rights to cover Hamilton probably not easy.
Well, they're probably a bummer,
like,
yeah.
It's over and over and over. People like it's out there, like.
No, but like to sell it on an album.
Yeah.
Well, there is a whole cover album thing that they released, wasn't there?
Yeah.
That was just of covers, so it's not impossible.
No, but that's their own thing.
I mean, they've gotten the covers to other shit.
I remember reading something about getting the rights to cover Hamilton being difficult or something. They like shut down like a high school musical.
Oh, that's
good lord.
Yeah.
Gotta stop them while they're young, man.
Hooligans wanting to learn about American history.
Be a hip hop
song. Yeah, agree.
What else?
You should have just gone like full, like
Just owned it.
pick a direction.
It's God, this is gonna get back to me, but like, I understand that I'm not a professional music anything, or actually a professional. I'm not even employed. But like the Jason's album stuff always ends up sounding like a little bit overproduced. Like they're so phenomenal live. Like in any arrangement, any of them are just fucking incredibly talented and incredibly skilled. And then you hear the album version and it's like something you would hear in Sears.
Yeah, I don't like.
It sounds very clean, and
It's because the mastered version, and it's all like averaged out and sounds like fake as shit. The guy that mixes it is actually a friend of mine. He's amazing. He's just like an amazing human being. I think it's literally him. Like it's like you're not a manager, but you are managing. You're managing badly. If you're a producer, what you're producing is not produced well. So are you an opportunist here? Because that's what it's starting to fucking feel like. It's been 4 minutes since Gil's album. Now we're on to the next one.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of breathing room between that and Brianna's Kickstarter.
I wasn't gonna circle back to the anger, but that's where surprise.
But I agree with you though. When I watch Jason stage it, it's like him and an acoustic guitar. He sounds great.
And he can sing the same 8 songs over and fucking over for 10 years. It sounds
I agree.
Good. He's written like 3 now.
But I'm agreeing with you that when I bought a couple of his albums and I don't ever listen to them because I don't like the album versions of the songs, even though I like when he plays them live.
Yeah, and that's saying something because like in terms of like, no, that's a backhand compliment and that's not necessary, but like, so I was thinking about this stuff and then like a friend that I made recently at Phoenix, rather she'd followed me on Twitter and I followed her back, so I see what she says now. I'd seen some commentary. Is that what that is? I'd seen her commenting on Stage It from Germany, and it was like, this is bad. Why is this bad? This is not good. I paid money. It's not great. Why is no one saying anything? And I felt frustration because 1, nobody fucking says anything. 2, it's bad because they continue to pay for it. But I know that it's been brought up again and again and again. And Jason keeps hosting them because people will pay, not because it matters enough to make sure it's good. And it's like he knows very well this is what's going to happen. Like, I can't remember having as intense an argument with anybody for so long that like I had any social relationship with than I did about this. And he keeps doing it anyway because we keep paying and not bitching. And it's like, man, that's not a thing. That makes
I think that's why, like, I don't do his stages anymore, and I think like the only ones that I really do now are Swains, and the reason why is because they will sit there for 15 minutes and be like, "Can you guys hear us? Is everything okay?" And if everything's not, those nerds will get up and be like, "Shit, what do we do wrong?" But like if
they'll check it for a solid hour too. Like for the show that you came out for, they even tested the Wi-Fi at their guys' venue on their cell phones. They live streamed it first just to make sure it was going to be good. They offered a live stream with the most professional setup I've ever seen. It's 3 separate cameras, or no, I think it was 2. And it was for free. They didn't advertise who it was through. Nothing. Just wanted to make sure it was good and it was out there. And the only reason it was shitty was because arbitrarily it's a guy that was on Heroes. It was his like jam space, but they ended up using it as a venue. There's free beer. It was amazing. His Wi-Fi or his wired connection went down randomly, so they had to use Wi-Fi, so it was necessarily shit. But like the effort they put in is unmatched by anyone anywhere.
I felt so bad
when it was shitty, fucking Osric out of nowhere was like, I was going up to like Candace, like, oh, this shit isn't working, because I was like communicating with people on Twitter, like, how is this going for you? And like, I was like in line for the bathroom, and Osric like marches up. He's like, Lua, right? And I was like, you're Osric Chow. He's like, yeah. And then he started like troubleshooting the live stream with me because that's the kind of dude he is. But Sorry, tangent. They are goods.
But that's what I'm saying, is that it's like, even, like, you'll see that, like, Billy and Steven are the two biggest tech nerds, so if they see shit's going wrong, they feel bad. But, like, if I'm at a Jason stream and shit's going wrong, he'll be like, ah, shucks, and then he'll continue. So it's like, never mind.
And it comes down to, well, I said to myself, should I just do it or not do it? I guess I should do it. And it's backed up with, well, it's pay what you can. So it's basically like you're the asshole. Like,
so it's like, fine, I won't pay anything then, I guess.
Well, it has to be at least 50 cents, but it's like, because you have a choice in what to pay, then it's like, well, you chose to commit, this is the amount that you are willing to lose. Based on, like, this, I don't know, weird, false, anyway. There's my, where's my ribbon for almost not bitching about Jason Mance? So close.
It's customary. It has to be done at least once in a stream. But yeah, no, that's so that's. Wait, I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Is Space Jam?
Jam Space. It's Jam Space. I did it. I fucked it up. I said Jam Space.
The chat is type singing Rent. What happened? We left the chat alone for a minute, and they're singing Rent.
I mean,
it's because Lua only knew there was something about minutes.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, don't worry, we know everything about the minutes. We know exactly how many there are."
Typed it out like the numbers, like not in numerals, but like they typed out all the words.
Yep.
Do you guys ever like wonder if the things that we have strong opinions about are like extremely like niche things?
Oh yeah, they are.
Like, increasingly like narrow.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Like 100,000% without a doubt.
Like, I feel like I become less able to relate to other human beings over time.
My brother reads my Twitter feed, and he's like, "Why are you guys so angry about streaming? It's like it's not a humanitarian issue." I was like,
You don't fucking know.
It's not.
You don't know.
You know my name, not my story. Get off my feed.
It's funny, just from reading my tweets, he like watched Kings of Con, and he knows who Loudon Swain is, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna go see them again?"
That's what happened with my sister. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
What is the appropriate way to refer to soon-to-be ex? Should I just go with like, I've been as yet husband in writing, but that's still a lot.
Estranged?
I was about to say,
It's like my estranged
late
husband. He would be way
That
too
like you said.
proud of
Never
that.
mind.
This is just to Andrew.
Okay.
Actually, he's super critical of everything. And while he was home on leave, he watched like 5 episodes. Okay, he doesn't give like 2 minutes to anything. He watched fucking 5 episodes of King's Con.
Yeah,
Everybody
my brother liked it.
freaking likes it.
He knows nothing of supernatural cons, nothing, and he thought it was really funny. He was like, it was really good, and it reminded him of 2 other shows whose names I don't remember right now. But like,
Yeah.
he super liked it.
My sister, she has watched all of Supernatural, but she can't find it in herself to get that hype about it. And I get that, it's not for everyone, but she watched Kings of Con, and immediately after watching it, she was like, "Wait, you like know these guys?" It's like, what do you mean? She's like, "You know Rich and Rob? Are they actually like that?" And she's just like super into it, super inquisitive. She was like, "I feel bad because I think Matt Cohen's gonna be a dick." And I'm like, "No, he's not. He's the exact polar opposite of his character." She's just like, "I don't know. he was a real shithead. I'm like, no. But it's like that with all of them. She's like, I don't know if I'm going to like them because their characters are such dickbags, but I love the show. It's kind of like Always Sunny, how they're characters, but also outside of that, they're not. You know.
That's the show that my brother said. It reminded me.
Yes.
I really need them to like do season 2 because I need to be around for like when Kings of Con fandom works backwards into Supernatural. Like, I need to see that happen.
I just want to see them get like progressively like saltier in their sort of subtle commentary on fandom and
oh
like,
my god, anything for that.
because like it's there. Like they never, you know, really make fun of fans, but there is commentary in there about fandom.
Longer, yeah.
It's like kind of subtle. It's like when Rob is when they're doing the photo ops with J2 and he's like, can you take your beanie off? And Rich is like, Rob, and he's like, well, I paid for it. Like that is
Yeah, what I want to see is not so much them talking about fans, but more them acting out things that fans do. Like those things. I want to see them doing the things, not necessarily pinning it on other people, you know?
Yeah. Like that's why like there's that one when Rob's doing a panel and the fan starts asking a question that isn't a question, it's just like commentary on her Mima or whatever, like starts telling a personal story. Which
There's
is
so much
making fun of a fan, but then Rob makes a bigger ass of himself within that
Yes,
scene.
exactly.
The butt of the joke is not the fan, but it's still like funny. You can tell that like real sick of that shit. Why are you covering your face?
There are just so many thoughts. Corbett's transcripts are amazing because she'll deny that it takes talent, but it does. To condense and like even the syntax makes it funnier, but it's like I've been posting I'll take like a random like aesthetic image, like some sort of like weird advertising looking stock photo, and I'll take a screenshot of a transcript from an R2M panel that she transcribed. And the salt is so amazing. Like there's like this weird fucking it's just like almost like a rhythm to it or something when like Rob and Rich and all them are talking. It's like you don't quite catch what's being said, but when you're able to read it, you go, holy fuck, that was some shade.
Yeah.
So it's like I put one after the other. It's like I think it was like a girl taking a selfie on the Golden Gate Bridge,
Rich
and it was like
so salty about every like in-depth question about it. Just like, oh yes, I've been thinking about this a lot. Like
exactly, like or when when it's like a clear like grab for like arbitrary gratification, but in like in a way you can't prepare for. Like, did you think when you were kids that you'd be going to cons and meeting all the fans? Follow-up question, and what's the energy like when you're at home? Like it's clearly it's a young person asking to be told how amazing the fandom is. Like it's really kind of like grabbing for gratification, like tell us how amazing we are, you never expected it, and then when you go home tell us how it doesn't compare to this. And but Rich is just like, yes, there is no difference. I have 1,500 children. I wake up in the morning, so coffee, I thank you. Rob goes, the day starts with a live band. His wife lines up to ask him little hypotheticals. Like, it's so much like this person is being aggressively mocked, but because he's such a good showman, you're just like, yes, bitch.
They're really good at grasping what the subtext of the question is and then just poking fun at that.
Rich is like wastes increasingly less time before he just pokes a little hole in it.
Yeah. And then Rob gets so frustrated because he wants to answer the question earnestly sometimes. And they're like, what she really means is blah, blah, blah. And Rob's like, could you not?
It's
They
great
fucking
because
know,
everything
too.
they do on stage is on purpose.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about it, because and that was further solidified. I think I can't remember which con it was, but the first panel they did, Rich's kids were there, so he was like, "No, Rob, let's keep this all clean. We're only doing clean, a whole clean panel." And Rob was like, "That's not fair. Just because your kids, whatever." And then the next day, Rich just was the raunchiest motherfucker. Like, just that was the curtain vagina, like everything.
I cannot look at, like, if I see the curtains, I'm like,
Right, you
Rich
can't
spent
get
a
it out
good
of your
4
head.
minutes visually reinforcing that this is a labia and then patting it. It was really upsetting. That sticks with you.
And yeah, and that's what Rob said. He was like, "This is very upsetting, and I can't do anything about it because the reason why something was done about it the other day is because your kids were here, and now you're acting like this, and I can't do anything about it. You did that on purpose." And it's like, there it is.
You know what we should do is episode commentary on their panels.
I'm really gonna look into the whole play video thing. I will do it tomorrow. Remind me to do it tomorrow. But that was
Throw
Seattle
money
Terran.
at it if you find a thing.
Yeah, the thing is, I think the software
know
itself
what
is either $100 or $300, like, which is absurd. But it's pretty like serious software. It's basically Google Hangouts used to let you stream video.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore because it just it didn't work really well. But there's software that you can like augment shit with that, so we could switch over to playing video, and I think that would be really cool because that was the whole fucking point of us doing this.
Pay for it.
Yeah, no, it's literally in like YouTube. Like when I go to start the stream, like there's links like for how to do this properly. We're doing this the ghetto way by going around the corner through Google Hangouts.
Duct tape and safety pins.
Yes, that is how we. Everything is a vagina. Yes.
Commentary on episodes of Kings of Con. And everything.
Everything.
You know,
and I were like, do commentary on Downton Abbey.
We still the graphic that you made, Pineapple, is still like the graphic that you made still shows up every time I go to start the stream because it's expecting me to do it properly. So it's like hashtag things of con. Here's an exciting backdrop. Did you know? Okay.
Yeah, because like 800 months ago, we were like, we're gonna do a podcast, and like we like found a name for it. I made a graphic. It's never materialized. It's just turned into this
because it's so easy, and also preparedness. Can we have terrible Can we have terrible season 13 coverage? Oh, I did want to comment, Scout, that you're like everything in the panel is on purpose. I don't know, because they typically don't prepare. I think my take on it would be that's just who the fuck they are as people. Like they're just the vindictiveness is so deeply ingrained that like they don't have to talk about it first. It just comes out naturally. The long-term sabotage over a weekend. Like the Friday,
yeah, for sure. That's the thing is that they go up on stage with a level of preparedness. They know what's coming at them, and they know what they're going to say in the case. Like the truest hypothetical question they've ever been asked is one by themselves: is, "Am I going to be asked this weekend? And if so, how will I respond?" And that's how they respond to most hypotheticals.
God, I want to hear this shit they talk. I want to I want the coffee table.
After
let me tell you about this shit. $85 4-pound coffee table book of shit they're super done with.
I would pay so much money for just to hear an hour of them talking honestly about their con experiences. Just honestly.
Do we survive an hour?
We'd leave and never want to go to another con again, probably.
Thank you, Alicia, for that update.
Yeah, I was going to just say big shout out to Alicia Jackson, who walked across the floor to get more beer.
Well done. Well done.
Everyone sort of give her a pat on the back because that's a hero's journey she took.
I respect you, Alicia.
She get that good beer. You did it.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect you, Julia. She's just getting over pneumonia, and she's like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, how about you come on, get up, get down with the sickness, eh, Pineapple?
What?
you just got over being all sorts of sick, didn't you?
Kind of. Yeah.
Thanks for Lua came on just to laugh at my joke and then immediately got off.
She never goes away.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that she gave us a glimpse of her laughing face to give me gratification for my shitty joke. And then she left again. She turned it all off again, and I appreciate that.
She just typed compromise that immune system. I'm okay until I start laughing like this. I need to mute myself.
Aww.
So.
Okay, I got it out. Lungs are not quite cooperating completely yet, but
you don't need those. I've never met a single person
who needed
lungs. Yeah, both lungs for sure.
Everyone who went to New York station breaks just came back with the plague.
You know, that makes me feel better.
What?
That shouldn't make me feel better, but it does.
We narrowly missed it.
I'm narrowly missing it. Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna not spend $500 to go to the show, even though I love all my friends that are going to it. Oh look, they're all dead. So I feel a little better that I haven't gone.
That's really heartwarming.
Yeah, I'm like,
great story.
They went there. They got attacked by some bacteria, and I wasn't.
Smited, smited,
smoked, I believe. Smitten. That's wrong.
Did we not have enough light up things? Did we make him angry? We're not enough.
What I want is to see someone in that full black bodysuit, but like they have the wire light up lights, so it makes them look like stick person, but made of lights, you know? That's the next tier level I'd like to make.
The first day we were in New York, I saw a t-shirt that has like, it's like a sound wave thing, and it lights up and it moves to the beat of whatever sound.
Oh, hell yes.
That's not distracting at all.
It didn't
not even a little bit.
Because I thought it would be hilarious to wear, but I was like, I'm gonna be such an obnoxious asshole if I'm standing at the front with a shirt.
Look what I'm going to wear. I'm going to wear this Windows XP screensaver to my music. How do you like it?
I think I was sending you things for time there, like their light up suspenders and flower. Like we have not exhausted our options here.
No.
It's like because I felt like I wanted to wear it like ironically, but that would not really it really wouldn't come across. I would just be the obnoxious asshole with a fucking light up shirt.
But also, I would think that it's kind of cool. I'm sorry. I think that I wouldn't be wearing it ironically. I'd be like, this is the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life. I've not been alive for very long.
2 feet in front of Rob, just like lighting up to the beat of that would just be.
He'd have to have someone like physically hold his iPad in front of his eyeballs, like so that he would not get distracted.
Because someone had a light up skirt the second night, and we overheard Rob saying he couldn't stop looking at it because she was up on the balcony, and I was like, "Oh, that makes sense now," because Rob was always like looking up.
Like a mom.
Have we conditioned him, or did we just find his weakness?
No, we found a cryptid. He is Mothman.
we found that he seems to like the lights as much as we like bringing the lights.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty excited to unveil my my MIDI amp with my electric kazoo.
Oh my god!
I'm incredibly pumped for that.
Run?
What?
Can we hear a test run?
I will blow out the speakers. This thing is a monster. It is so loud. I can change the distortion effects of a kazoo. Like,
That's awesome.
It's incredible, and
I don't know what would ever call for that, but yeah.
Are you gonna wait? Are you gonna wait for the kazoo solo and just fucking?
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna wail. And the great thing is that I did post that. I did post about it the other day. It was a little cryptic, but it showed you what you needed to see. And Matt liked it, and I said it was for Minneapolis, meaning that Matt Cohen is going to go up on stage and he's gonna know. He's gonna know that the queen bee is in the crowd of bees. She's there and she's loud.
He's gonna know who it is.
He's gonna know.
I really hope there's footage of Rob being like, "What the fuck is happening?
Why?" Yes, Lua, hyper supportive bees on meth. That's my new band. So I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited. And it works with any kazoo, so I can use a Swain one and be like, look, I'm representing for you. Aren't you happy? B-meth.
Tasha, if you want to get the light up shirts for the Swain show in January, I'll wear the light up shirts with you.
I'm going to try to make it to that one, and I will also wear it.
Yay!
As long as you don't bring the fucking plague with you. Canadian plague.
Rob will just turn around and walk off stage and be like, done with these assholes.
And then I'll bring up my mini amp and I'll be like, Billy, pass me your aux cord. It's my show now.
I love that you bring your own amp to a rock show.
He would, though. He would just do that because that's the kind of wonderful asshole he is. Just gravely, like, hand you the thing because he's amazing.
You're like, it's her time now.
He'd
like, hello, everyone.
So well.
He'd be like, hello, everyone. This is no longer a Loud and Sway show. This is B-Meth. I'm Scout Viegas on the kazoo. This is Billy Moran on. He actually isn't playing anything. He's just here. And we also have Mike Borja, and unfortunately, Steve Norton. He did not know why he was here. Let's play. He's on drums. He won't play anything though.
He's on Instagram.
Yeah, he's on his phone. Michael Borja, however, can you play us in with a sick bass solo? My good soft boy, and he will. He'll play that bass solo.
And he'll be so happy.
He'll be like, I'm really proud of you. And I'll be like, thanks.
The happiest thing.
I'm gonna go reheat my coffee. I'll be right back.
I'm sorry about the coffee.
No, it's her fault. I mean, who lets coffee sit? It's just wasteful.
Oh, she do.
I do, but I switched to alcohol. Borja, Corbett said the other day that Borja probably doesn't have bad days. He just like gravitates toward the source of happy, and it's probably true if you think about it. Don't, but if you think about it.
Oh yeah. I imagine he's like a generator for happy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he can't help it. That's just
his
what he
Twitter
does.
icon is like the little. It's like I just think it's a picture that his kid drew of him, but like I have the photo, the drawing that he also did of him. It's indistinguishable, so it just makes it that there's like this like stick figure Borja like tweeting the thing 28 hours late. This is for a live event, but gosh darn it, you were supportive. Like
it's because he's a stick figure. His little limbs can only open apps so quickly.
Life is hard in one dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Super hot. Oh, Alicia says, she is referencing, she needs a travel mug. Have we done radio since the end of the mugs?
I don't know. I don't think so. I remember talking about them, and I remember being proud of them, and I don't think we've done anything after that.
I want my mug,
Wait,
so I won't have to
Okay.
repeat this anymore.
Hold on, I'm
The
looking for
shirt's
the thing.
made some big promises about that cup's capability to keep things warm.
Mm-hmm. Those
I
gasket seals
imagine-
of theirs.
But however, I imagine that she uses the mug similarly in a similar fashion to how one might use an IV bag, like an IV drip. So it's
I
like
took
there's
off my headphones for a second. What?
so imagine this, you have like that big metal stand that bag goes on. Instead of the bag, there's
Oh,
that
okay.
mug, and there's a drilled hole in the bottom where a mainline stream of coffee is just running through shirts via IV drip. So
Yeah,
that's
no,
how
it's
it
that
never
in
gets
spite.
cold.
It's funny because I was scrolling through her DM just to find an unrelated link because it was the last person I sent it to. And earlier, she had seen my thread about depression, so being the kind and thoughtful friend that she is, started sending me fucking horrifying gifts.
Is that who was doing that? That makes me happy.
It was for like 20 minutes. She was just like, what's the word I'm looking for? It was like improving, like a supportive speech, but it was punctuated by fucking awful visuals. Like it was
I
like a
love
weird
this.
fucked up dude coming from a basement, and it was there's something from like the original like Hannibal, like why not go out to eat with a friend, and it was like a little fucked up Hannibal face, and it was like thank you, this is helping. And it was there was one like how are you feeling today, can we help, and it was like the real effed up Linda Blair face from The Exorcist, and it's like real big, and it was like thank you for your support, thank you, good. It was, I don't even watch horror movies, but I am impressed by my ability to be horrified by things I don't give a shit about. That weird clown face, you'd think it's bad just seeing the screen cap. When it moves, I promise you, it is a lot worse. I don't know what you even have to search to find that, but she just had it on hand.
I wish I could see her gift search history. Wow.
Send her
makes me
movies of like J2M. It makes her real mad.
What?
She's like, yeah, it's not weird to be okay. Your coworkers' faces are part of everyday. It's weird. Just send as many as you can, but like
So what
casually.
you're saying is we should send her. We should solely communicate with her through
Absolutely.
Through gifts of J2M.
The more serious the subject matter, the more it necessitates J2M.
I follow a blog that like they specifically hashtag like every word that's in a GIF or something. So if you go on their blog and search like their tags for, say you want something that's to do with food, you just search food and you'll get all of the GIFs from Supernatural that have anything to do with food. So
Oh yeah, they're incredible. They have like 45,000 or some shit.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying is that I could easily hold an entire conversation with her, not actually typing words, but just sending her gifts
I used to
of
do
people that she works with. Yeah.
That was like my sole Supernatural fandom experience. It's actually what we hope to accomplish with the database, is have something so thoroughly tagged that you can find a quote for anything you think of.
Tasha says, so should we all bombard her with J2M gifts right now? What I think should be done is just like say at stands, hey, have a nice day, and then a J2M gift.
Yeah.
Like, don't make
Subtle.
it weird. Just like, don't make it just like a single
she'll come
J2M
looking.
gift. Yeah, she'll be like, this is weird. But if it's like a passive aggressive, like it's nice. However, these
She
are the
senses
faces of the men
weakness
she works with. Yeah.
and
yeah.
motive. Like she senses it, like a predator, like a
But if it's just
like something that eats
if
other
it's kind.
things. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. The apex predator for sure. So what I'm saying, what I'm proposing is that yeah, you say a nice thing, and then follow it up with J2M's faces, just there.
Just be like, "Where's my mug?" and then A GIF.
Yeah, yeah. Where's my mug? And then a GIF of Jared shrugging because you don't know. It makes sense to use that GIF.
She'd be like, "What's going on? What are you all doing?"
She's like, why is this happening to me? And I appreciate when that happens to her. Which, okay, oh yes. Listen, any chance, I'm still very proud of where Space Jam has come. I did go through a stage where I regretted it deeply, and then I was like, actually, I had a thought, fuck that, and then I started to really enjoy it, and I'm really proud of where it's come. So any chance that we can Space Jam someone that really deserves it, I'm on board. But why I think that Shirts deserves to be Space Jammed, however, is because she I saw you guys talking about Pablo Schreiber, and I did avoid it because I love him too much and it's embarrassing. But she will just tag him sometimes. Like, she doesn't follow me. Shirts doesn't follow me. She'll just tag him sometimes and be like, hey, Pablo, have you looked at Scout stuff today? It's like, don't. I love him too much. I must let him go. But she won't.
And now she's a verified account, so he'll probably see those tweets even more.
Yeah, see, that's where it is.
No, I'm enjoying the stress you're in. No one feels bad.
So yeah, Space Jam shirts. In fact, Pineapple, I can Space Jam you. You've kind of been Space Jammed with pineapple on pizza, though. So
yeah, it's never ending.
So I feel pretty good about that.
Jason Mans is like, what?
So I feel pretty good about that. Corbett, you're fine.
It's been
I don't have a thing.
January.
It's amazing.
It is August.
Pineapple thing?
What?
The pineapple thing's been going on since January?
Yeah. That's how long it's been happening. Space Jam was
I told you
last year. A full year.
We're in a joke shortage.
Joke
You've
shortage.
heard my theory on that.
Yeah. Yeah, you were saying that. Like, they're so, like, compared to last year, where, like, Rob and Rich and generally all the dads and stuff were just interacting with us, or just, there was constantly something happening. Like, they were being interviewed somewhere, or they were live streaming, or there was something happening. And, like, this year is just, it's, like, very quiet, so we're just running every meme into the ground. Just getting every mile we can out of it.
Yeah. I've noticed that. And I normally throughout summers I'll do like comics and stuff, and I'll make fun of things, and I'll have a jaunty old time. I've got nothing. I've received no material, and I can only pull so much stuff out of the old bum. So I understand why memes are being like, people are like, we're gonna milk them, and people are just there chugging gallons of milk because they're into it. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever gets you through the summer, I suppose.
There's just been real quiet on the.
It's a quiet tension, I'd say. That's what it is.
A quiet tension?
Yes.
We were saying, Corbin and I were talking about this, where it's like, it's almost like, are they mad at us? Is there...
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, is that it's like a quiet tension. It's just...
It's like, they don't even tweet very much unless they're promoting something. Like, there's not much banter. Like, I mean, Matt does his hashtag you, and he'll post stuff with his kid, and it's super cute. And, like, he's still doing that, but, like, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of banter between them. Like, any of the cast.
Like, all I can do is hope that they are making money and stuff, you know?
Yeah, hopefully they're busy, but it feels
like...
Yeah, but that just sort of, like, reinforces, like, oh, that's what, you know, we're doing what you came here to do, and so the machine can just kind of drive itself. So yeah.
It seems like Ruth, Kim, Brianna, Lisa, Samantha, all of them are all tweeting more like amongst each other and stuff like that, and it's like the dudes less so.
Yeah.
And it's like, what did we do wrong?
I feel like I've been spoiled because this is the first year. I think it's been about a year that I've actually been active on Twitter. I wasn't active before. I didn't care much for it, and then the content on Tumblr sort of died down, and I had too much. I was too overwhelmed by Tumblr. So then I came over here, and then I feel like I've almost been spoiled because I came in during a really good time. There was a lot of activity, and then it's sort of all there's a drought. I fell into a drought.
We were so
Like,
spoiled on the conversation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was just like 2 glorious months of like, it's our babes live every week. It was so fucking great. And then I guess with the lack of scopes and stuff, and then there's not as much like live content. They don't seem to like live stream as much as they did. Like last year, it was like the year of the live stream. Like they were all scoping or Facebook live streaming. And like,
Do you enjoy Kim's bedtime stories?
Yeah, that's cute.
I keep forgetting to tune into those.
They're good. I don't do them live, but yeah, the next morning it's.
See, I should go back and watch.
Enjoyable. Yeah.
Trying to read the chat.
I'm shocked she hasn't read something like "Go the fuck to sleep" yet.
Yeah. It's time.
That's true. Ray Atkins, you say it's summer, they're swimming. Rob takes plenty of pool photos. He has no excuse.
So many pool selfies.
So many pool selfies.
Not complaining, but like mocking though.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Tiny bit.
Like a tiny bit.
Dude just loves to be in man-made large segments of water in the ground.
I was wondering where that was going. I was like, what?
Trying to think of the worst way to say swimming pool.
Yeah, a lot less live streams. Yeah, it's been a really busy but somehow content light year. Like things never stop happening, but you look back and you're like, what did just happen though? It was very tense. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, things are being done very hastily, but they expect big responses to something that isn't really being handled well.
That sounds extremely specific.
Yeah. Are we talking about Gil's album again?
But it's also like true across the board.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's really about almost everything.
Yeah,
that's
pretty
just
much
the most recent one that we've thought of.
Yeah, no, like everything. Yeah. I sometimes think they don't like. It's kind of like with whatever the intentions are between these like insultingly lowbrow non-riddles. It's like there's a reach for an audience that's like not gonna get it, and if they do, you're worse off. Like it's like people are always pitching for the customers, the audience, the viewers that they don't have, but barring the most exceptional of circumstances or budgets, the audience that they get is because we told the person to our left or our right how much we love the thing. So it's like they're marketing towards this average or slightly below average human being that's really just not seeing what they put out there. And I think they forget sometimes that like we are factually a very, very finite group of people. Like we're interconnected, we are very small in number.
And especially since that group is being given such little content to work with, they're all sort of drifting away, and that pool is becoming smaller and smaller until things start picking up, and they want to keep doing more and more projects that they're essentially advertising to the same exact person over and over and over again, and that person gets worn out.
Believe they genuinely they do not understand, not a one of them. Like they don't understand, like, and I guess they couldn't because they're not us, so they don't have like a natural sense of like what is the scope of people that I interact with in a given context. But like
they know, okay, they know repeat Swainers. I mean, they know the makeup
and there's
of
also
their crowds.
Yes, and there's also kind of like not awesome element at play there when it comes to like selling that like black and white falling shirt that was a ripoff of Scout's actual art. Like, because it doesn't matter if it's shit, it doesn't matter if Borja's head is literally 40% larger than any humans should be. Like, it doesn't matter. Because they know people will buy it because we keep telling them that we will, and we do. Like, there's a shitty element to it. But, like, and not across the board, and it's, I mean, there are a lot less forgivable things. These are overall good people. But, like, they seem to think that, like, they're not marketing to us, is what I'm saying. They're marketing to the customer they don't have. Like, because they think they're going to pick up new people, random passersby. Because they don't understand that you get most of those through us. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the shit is calculated to people that aren't us, that aren't seeing them every day. And Rich is brilliant.
Is it calculated?
Because he calculates it to us.
Oh.
Like the shit that he pitches or things that he says on stage. I asked him about it in a meet and greet. Was basically like, I was so pleased with his answer. I'd said, I think y'all have seen SPN Congirl puts out for the last year or so footage that's about 2 to 3 hours, and it's just in between the panels, which is 2 to 3 hours of improv. Which not a lot of people really frame as a thing, and I appreciate that she does. And I said to Rich, like, how do you know when you did good? How do you know when you did a good job? And his answer reflected something that I already feel strongly about, which was you can't pitch it towards the lowest common denominator. You have to play what you're saying to the people in the room that are like smart and funny and get what the fuck is happening. Everybody else can suck it. That's who you should aim for. And it's like, he's the only one taking that advice. Is it cool if I come over to see if you're a mumbler? I don't know. No. I don't know what that. Sorry, rant over.
But yeah, I get what he's saying, because multiple times this summer I have apologized because I have not been putting out content that people expect to see, and I don't expect them to care. Because it's like, this isn't what you guys followed me for, and I'm not trying to ring in anybody that's not already here. I'm going to tell you that this is what's happening right now. I will go back to normal. However, I understand that you don't care. Like, I fully understand. I'm not going to shove it in your face and say, care about it. And I'm not going to try to seek out a new crowd to care about it, because that's not what it's there for. But I understand that that's kind of what they're trying to do.
When Misha had done that, sorry, go ahead.
Just saying, assuming that your audience is not stupid, like assuming that they're smart, which is not what Swain is doing with their tweets.
That is.
Well, no, because I mean, like, Scout is being true to her voice, right? And it's about work ethic. She's putting work out there that she's proud of, and people respond to that. So, sorry to speak for your intent. Yeah, and that's what that's what we're drawn to.
was very clearly that's what it is. And it's like you can say over and over, that's what we're drawn to, and you still get shit like this weird forced rhyme that was utterly unnecessary because you sent that shit in an email.
Well, and also like the type of content. Yeah, I mean that
being like honest and forthright. Like Rich telling us that they didn't get canceled, the platform did. I was like, oh, that was some honesty, and I respect that.
So happy.
And that's what it doesn't feel like. Everything, it feels very, very scripted and put together right now. It doesn't feel like they're proud of something. It feels like somebody just like sent them a text that was like, "Hey, we need to talk about this today." And I I talked when all of the name stuff with Covers with Friends happened. That's right. This will give a little insight. When all that stuff happened, and I met him in person for the first time at Chicago last year, he said, "Sorry, I didn't apologize online publicly right away. It's just that so much stuff was happening, I didn't want it to get lost." And I'm like, the thing is that that's when a lot of people were on. That's when a lot of people were paying attention. It wasn't going to get lost. It was going to get eyes. And it makes you wonder, like, so he thinks that he can sort of, he can feel the tide. He can like, wet his finger and lift it in the air and be like, oh yes, this is where the social media winds are going. So it's like he texts his friends and are like, hey, now's the time for you to spew about the album stuff a little bit, or this is when you should talk about this. It's like, no, let them feel it out themselves, because when it's honest, you can tell. But when
you can
it's
tell
like,
when Adam Glass does it too.
Yeah, you can tell when like, yes, I marked this down on my calendar. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, you have to do shit organically, or else it feels mechanic and it's gonna drive people away.
I don't think like the most, if I could like do something alternative to shaking them, I try to tell someone that I worked with in the past this, but because I signed an NDA, we will not say names, but like that's me covering my ass, not because I think you don't know, but like you can't just. I saw this sitting on my desk, and I literally forgot the end of my sentence. Fucking half. It was right there. I just blanked so hard. That's so frustrating. You were talking about, I mentioned Adam Glass. You talked about Jason Mins.
We're talking about coordinating
authenticity.
Yes. Fuck.
Do you want to just start saying words and see if any of them click?
No, because then you'll just be like
the winds of social media.
It's so embarrassing when I do that. Like I just
that
fell right out. It just fell right out of my head. Shit.
It'll come back.
It will. And I'll yell about it.
To us.
It was like in a sentence. Like I was seconds ago.
Scripted stuff not being good. Authenticity good. Rich tweeting about.
Why would I start saying you can't just? I mean, I say it about so many things. Fuck.
Maybe I can now. Maybe I can just.
No, you can't just now.
Oh.
I'm so mad.
Don't you think you can just?
Don't just think you can just.
Oh, Dimitri, yes. NDA, something it was about. Oh, okay, this is a thing. Thank you, Dimitri.
He said the right keyword.
Ha.
Told you.
Oh, I think what a lot of these people don't understand is that, like, when you do things that are, like, clickbaity or contrived, like, you're not getting results because that works. You're getting results in spite of that.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't fucking get it. It's like they think we don't know when freaking 8 people tweet in a span of 2 hours in support of something. Like, who are you talking to? We fucking live here. Like, everybody knows this is a concentrated effort. Like, which is why I so aggressively reject advertising of any kind. Shut the fuck up. talk about what you care about this project that I, as another human being, may or may not give a shit about. Anything more calculated than that, kind of, I mean, we're a pretty, like, core group of recidivist buyers. Like, you know what I mean?
We see through that.
Well, we don't need a gimmick.
No.
We're there for them.
I mean,
And
half
people
of
who
the
insist on a
replies,
gimmick is why? Why?
half of the replies to those Swain tweets are people mocking the Swain tweets. Like, take a hint.
Well, I mean, they at this point they've got to be self-aware. I
They've
feel like
committed to it.
But it's like, okay, after the point where they are aware and they keep doing it, what do you say? You know, it's like with Jason, with like, it's all of these fuckers are like, if you can Snapchat, sweetie, you can check Twitter. Like, they are looking. They are just as much trash as we are. They're on the internet, non-fucking stop on their phones. They're looking. So it's like, if you are aware of when we had done something for album before last, he's like trying to get a trending party, and he's like, he didn't get back on time about something. He's like, okay, let's reschedule. I was like, okay, we really can't waste effort like that. Like, you can't get like 700 people on board and just hope for 800 on Monday because you weren't prepared. But fucking okay. He's like, maybe I'll text Jensen and get him on board. And I remember saying, like, do you really think that Jensen is going to tweet the hashtag get Jensen to #1? Astonishingly, Jason never followed up. Like, there's that phrase that's like, any sufficiently advanced form of neglect is indistinguishable from malice. And it's like, you can be silly and you can advertise something in a generic lowbrow way, and you can do it over and over and over and over until it's like fond but kind of insulting, until eventually it's just like, you're not doing a good job, man. You're not utilizing the resources that you have. We are a couple thousand people. For any of these folks, we're just a couple thousand people trying to move mountains, and often doing so. But
we get tired.
We get tired.
Well, especially if the burden, you know, if the scales are kind of tipped, right? I mean,
and then to have like, sorry, this just occurred to me. Just to be so taken aback by like someone offering commentary, like how forward or abrupt or presumptuous of a fan to like chime in, like, buddy, we live here, like we kind of know how this works, like. Sorry, this has become a venting session again.
I just assume that's what every a-hole radio is, and it's just the
start
inevitable
that
rabbit
way.
hole until we go down.
That is exactly how it started. It
It wasn't my fault this time. It's usually me.
But yeah, it's a bummer. That's what it is.
yeah.
But like, that's why I think people in the background, like people like Kim, are doing something like reading bedtime stories.
It's exactly why she's doing that. It's a conscious choice because she knows what the fuck is up.
Because it's like and that's good. That's really good of her, because it's like she sees that there's all these money grabs that are just lazy. They're not being done very well. And it's just like, you know what? I'm going to give them something that they don't have to freaking ring their wallets for. It's just going to be me reading some good old bedtime stories. And it's like, thank you.
Taryn says, like at least Misha does. Yes, like he had done that, that, I almost said briefing, the lecture about using social media. And I thought it was going to be like a joke or like a mockery thing. And I'd say he got like 7 out of 10. In terms of like, these are misconceptions you have because of who you are.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have an innate understanding of stand-up, and it is darling. But the other 7 are really fucking good, and it's like, no matter what Misha is pushing, no matter how much he exhausts us with asking for money, we know that it's never going to stop. And we know that he's going to send us bullshit just to send us bullshit because he's silly and he likes us. And like, there's shit for you if you are not somebody who can give or you're not somebody who can participate. He's still engaging in life purely for the purpose of interacting with other human beings. And that's like, I mean, an army marches on its stomach, right? And we fucking feed on content. You gotta feed us.
You can't only just be selling us things.
Yeah.
Alicia, I understand the nice to be the giving tree. That's very sad, but it's very true. That's the case. But that was the number one thing that I appreciated. I loved Misha's social media talk. I loved it because he hit every single point, every single point he hit is every single thing that I also try to do.
Absolutely.
And the thing is the number one thing that I was so happy he put a name to, which I have since forgotten, was what was it, like fatigue, like the
Donor fatigue.
donor fatigue. That's it. And I was like, thank you. I'm so happy that like he understands it, and that's everybody's just tired.
That really resonated with a lot of us.
And that's why this mechanical, weird, like, buy our stuff thing that people are doing, everybody's just tired. It's like,
you can't
don't
phone
have
in
to
giving
try.
a shit either.
Yeah, you don't have to just phone it in. You don't. It doesn't. Everybody's just like, we know that you want our money. You don't have to do this. Like, and it's not. We're not even donating anything. It's just fatigue in general. Everybody's just like, you know what? Maybe I deserve something, because after a certain point, it's like, you're helping me. I'm not helping you anymore.
Yeah.
And that's why I think everybody's just like, you know what? Maybe I won't buy this time, and I'll get myself something that I feel I actually deserved, and it's not just not just being told, hey, it's for you, and it's probably gonna be good, I hope.
Right, you can only be like, it's bound to evolve, and you can only be kind of unimpressed so many times before a precedent is developed for, like, because it used to be, let's come together as a family and do a thing like once every, like 4 times a fucking year. Now it's, you cannot breathe. Like 8 things a week are happening, and they're inevitably not all good, and they will all prey on your desire to participate in a thing and your loyalty for the community. And
Mm-hmm. That's what it is. A lot of people feel bad because they can't participate.
and they'll do it with a straight face, like hashtag SPN family, support this noble cause.
Taryn brought up a good point, is that we have because we're such a small pool of people, it's such a niche thing, that we feel like we have a responsibility. Like, we feel like that we are personally responsible, like, hey, if this fails, it's kind of your fault, it's all on you. It's like,
The thing is, it's not untrue.
I know that, and I think that it's just, I think all of us, almost everyone in fandom, suffers from some form of social anxiety or the other. So it's sort of an unfair corner that we get painted into, where it's like, especially if you're doing all these projects back to back, why would you be like, hey, we're doing this completely on purpose, also if it fails, it's your fault, even though we didn't plan it well? It's like,
I felt that way about less like line by line, but with the gishwhes thing, like with the let's send out a haphazard email at 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. PST, like, this might be the last gishwhes, by the way, and it's like, I get upset like a fuck ton of people, and then they continued to drive the point home as a point of pressure. Like, this is a psychological pressure point. Like, you upset people. You didn't apologize. And then you continued to poke that bruise in case it got results. It's hard to not internalize that. Like,
Yeah, that's why I can tell when there's a PR thing going on, and I'm like, that's what that was. That's why I'm still like, I made the decision beforehand to not join. They keep doing that. They keep jabbing and twisting the knife and being like, hey, guess what? It's the last one. Remember? It's like I
Like,
made
you
the
saw that
choice. I'm
this
not
hurt,
going to feel bad about
so
this.
you did it again.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna feel bad.
I mean, at least Gishwhes, like, at least that staff is more thoughtful overall. Because when it
Oh
comes
yeah.
to shit like, should not say unkind things. I would be less than thrilled if anyone were to misattribute the success of Brianna's campaign. Because it was like hours, and she had funded $20,000 and then some, and that is the strength of her relationship
And
to the community. And like then you have fucking Mark Pellegrino who topped out at like 300 fucking t-shirts. Like
Wow, I'm surprised. That's a
yeah,
whole 300 more than I thought would sell.
no, about like slightly I would estimate about 30% were due to just us antagonizing. Because that man's fragile little limp dick ego is such a precious, dainty thing that, like, people could not trip over themselves fast enough to reassure him and rally the troops together to spend that fucking $30. Better make his dick feel big. Otherwise, you're a bigot and just not fair to Satan. Anyway, I think that the. Sorry.
that's
Yeah,
another
through
point.
something.
Like,
Through something.
why are we expected to put up with any bullshit that someone tries to sell to us? That shirt is insulting. There are other shirts that have been sold that were hideous, and it's like if you say anything about it, you're a bad fan. It's like, no.
You know, even hideous shirts, what the fuck ever. I got weird looks because I praised David Hayden Jones' shirt. Like, some people
I
aren't
also
into.
think it's hideous, but whatever.
You know, I liked it, and it's just like it comes down to like fucking just taste, man. Like, yeah, I don't care for the guy, but like I like big designs, so I like that. Some people think it's fucking awful, and you know what? I'm happy as a pig in shit. I don't care. I think it's cool. Like, that's very, very different from like this is extremely offensive in a basic human way. Like,
I'm happy that those are our two ends of the spectrum. Just deeply upsetting too.
I mean, where
I
are you
like that.
at when you have to congratulate somebody for not being like fundamentally offensive?
Awful. Yeah.
DHJ shirt is almost at 500 now. Good for him. I hear it's going to a good cause. It's good.
It is going to a good cause, though.
Yeah, I
Fantastic.
appreciate that.
What the fuck ever.
I don't know where his entire fan base like just exploded from.
No, woodwork.
But it's an impressive feat. I mean, I was like, like he has his own hashtag, everything. I'm
I don't
like,
wanna
how
be
did
impressed.
this happen?
I don't want to be impressed because there's not to disparage anyone.
Well, I mean, I'm impressed because look at them. They're doing a good thing with shirts, you know?
Yeah, fair.
As far as I can tell, they're quite quiet. They keep to themselves. And I'm like,
Not to me, but no, they
who does
don't.
with you, Lua? Give
Okay,
me an
fair.
example of one person that does with you. Just one.
All right. There were videos from Jib where we're like he'd like improv a little song with Jason on stage, and there were like a few videos of like a dozen fans each like singing this dumbass little bacon song back to him. It was like, this irritates the shit out of me on principle, but also good for you, man. Like, you just made some people happy. That's cool. That's nice.
Yeah, I'm like, he's not particularly my cup of tea. I never
glad he's
really saw.
someone.
Yeah, he's someone's. I mean, so it's cool, but yeah, I don't know.
Wait, I have to go. Like, I'll be back, but I have to dip out for like 15 minutes, but you should definitely talk about the dude that people are asking creation to be at cons, who
Oh
is
my
literally
Satan
second.
baby.
Baby Jack. Baby Jack was actually just an adult man who was on screen for what, 4
Satan
seconds?
man baby.
Too
Yeah.
long.
On screen for 4 seconds, but he's attractive. The girls requested him at cons.
What if we're just jumping to conclusions, guys? What if we are really getting on this and he's super cool? We find out that
Better get in on the ground floor.
yeah, ground floor. We find out he
Lisa Berry has never been asked to appear at a con.
yeah, fuck it. No, at least Bear deserves it much better.
Yeah.
I would much rather meet Lisa Berry. I don't know. That just
Well, like, we have a sense of who she is, right? And she plays nice with fandom, and
She's actually
you know,
cute with fandom, unlike the actress who plays Tony, Lady Bevel, who never tweets or engages with fandom at all. Was invited to replace.
yeah. I wonder how that happened.
DHJ or whatever the fuck his name is.
not sure. Like, so many of creation's choices are
But Lisa Berry
kind
is
of baffling.
On the
I think
plus
she's
side,
phenomenal.
on the plus side, as far as very short screen time characters go, apparently Adam Fergus is an absolute peach, and he's the
Oh, yeah?
best. Like, I heard that he's just fucking awesome. So, I mean, that's why I'm like, hey, maybe Satan Baby won't be awful. However, I would much rather prefer Lisa.
People who've had
You
lines.
gotta earn it, like, a little bit. You have to give us something
Yeah,
to go
he
off of. What the
didn't
hell are we
try.
gonna ask him?
Like, hey, what was it like being naked that one time for 3 seconds? Was it cold? I don't know. Did they make you actually act out coming out of the womb as a grown man? Or did it just happen? Like, did they make you do that and they cut it out and you're mad?
Well, he'll never come to another con, so
I'll be first in line. I'll be like, hey, someone watch my table. I have to go do something very important.
I hope he doesn't do his photo ops in costume.
I hope so.
Surely that's banned from the op room.
Corner.
Well, what I would want is like a weird passive-aggressive thing. I would want to get a bunch of friends to get his photo up, but I would want him to only do the pose at the end of the episode where he's just like crouched in a ball. Like, that's the only way he can pose. He just sits there for a while because everybody's just like, no, don't get up. I want you just like this. I love this scene. So
That was a good prompt, Lua. What is mean? Sorry, like an inability to read and talk.
So wait, somebody said something that Lisa Berry is AA. That's probably why they never invited her. I'm actually not sure what AA stands for. Do you guys know?
Alcoholics Anonymous?
That's what I thought.
Is
I
it
don't know.
not? Or is it like a guild thing?
I thought that it had something to do with like it's an acting acronym.
Oh, okay.
But I wasn't sure if I was like, I don't feel like is she in that program and that's why she can't do other things? I thought that people could attend those and also do things. Oh, African American.
Oh.
Well, I guess. I don't know. Man, I would almost actually prefer Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah, that's a.
That sucks.
I think it's.
I mean, we love her there. I remember in Vegas, I was just a couple of seats down from a Billy cosplayer, and it was so exciting.
Right?
Aww.
There's a lot of really I love the diversity at cons because you don't think that there's gonna be any, and shit there is, and I love when people cosplay those characters.
Yeah.
But
Oh, Taryn said, can we talk about the poor taste of DHJ thanking Tim Amundsen for canceling so he could get invited? Oh boy.
I didn't know that happened.
I didn't know that happened either.
That's
Perhaps he wasn't aware of circumstances, but Jesus.
probably didn't realize.
There's no way you can't be aware of circumstances if that's the circumstance. Like,
That's just exceedingly poor taste. I mean, oh. Well, for all of his future appearances, once Tim is on his feet, he can replace DHJ.
Oh
How about
god,
that?
please.
I loved him. I saw him at NashCon. He's just extraordinary. But yeah, I don't always get the creation's choices.
Yeah. I just assumed that Lisa Berry wasn't at cons because she was like too busy.
Yeah.
She was busy.
that's the hope,
The fact that she was
anyway.
never invited, I was just like, what the fuck?
That's bizarre. That's really bizarre.
She's from Toronto. Like, it'd be cool to have her at TorCon, but
Oh, yeah.
TorCon has Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Sam Smith. I don't like either of them. But they also have Kim and Brianna. And I think Emily.
very cool.
Which con?
TorCon.
Oh.
The next one I'm going to.
Her karaoke's gonna be phenomenal.
Awesome. So good. Karaoke is always way freaking well, I mean, just from like watching videos. I've only been to 2 so far. But when Kim and Brie are there.
Okay, best case scenario with the Lisa stuff is that if they knew she was busy, all I can think is that maybe they reached out to an agent and they said no, they turned it down because it's like, no, she has like 20 auditions coming up and she can't cancel on this shit. I think and they just didn't pass down
That's an
the invitation to her. Like that's what I said. That is if we were in the best timeline, and we clearly aren't. Like, but I mean that's best case scenario is if they got a hold of an agent. Agent said no, she has all this shit booked. She can't clear out time for that because that'll get rid of a bunch of jobs.
Someone asked me why Sam Smith. Did she do a thing or is she not your cuppa? I generally just dislike her on the show. I just think she's kind of a shitty actress. I watched a live stream with her once. This was like a while back, before she was back on the show. There was like, you remember that like Ladies of SPN con thing that they were trying to do that like ended up bombing? Those people did a live stream and then Sam Smith was there and somebody else. And like they talked about creation cons and she just like kind of crapped on the cons and like the actors and stuff. And I was like, there was like 8 people watching the stream, so like, and it wasn't saved, I don't think, so like no one saw this, but I was like, oh wow, you really, it just like left a really horrible impression. Oh, but now you're invited to the party, so she just like made fun of the dudes and how they act with the fans and stuff, and I was like, so I don't really like her.
I also don't. I've never been a huge fan. I liked her acting in early Supernatural stuff. And then I saw how she handled social media. I was not a fan of it. I didn't like how she handled answers. So I was like, not a fan. So I was just like, I'll just ignore her. As far as like, it feels like she's getting better with it, but
I just don't find her likable at all. Like I've seen her panels too, and I'm just like, I
feel like if she,
yeah.
I feel like,
Relatable?
yeah, she's not. Yeah, that's it. She doesn't seem relatable at all. She seems very closed off to me.
Mhm.
But I guess I haven't interacted.
Like there's, but I mean, we're not all gonna like all the actors. Like it's just.
Yeah, I think it's just a preference thing. But I get where you're coming from.
I just,
Also,
yeah.
LEG you did have a good point that Lisa Berry is Canadian, so she is not African American. That that makes sense.
Yeah.
I did not realize she was full blown Canadian, but yes, that makes sense. And the worst case scenario for this, for what that the Lisa stuff is that it is because she is a woman of color. To me that is worst case scenario because that's bullshit. Like
Yeah.
that makes, from a business standpoint, that makes no sense. That's just that's that they were just like, no, she is a black actress, so nah, and then they just invited DHJ instead. Like that's worst case scenario to me.
Christina says I prefer Sam Smith over a guy who hasn't been in an episode for 11 seasons. I mean, I don't like Gil much either. there's a few of them I'm just like, it's just
I don't know.
arbitrarily meh on.
I don't mind Gil, but however, I would prefer, like, there's nothing inherently bad about Sam Smith. I would prefer her. I would prefer a woman standing in any day for someone. But yeah.
Alicia says panel at Nash was a little cringy. She was defending Mary in a way that made it seem like people who didn't like Mary were assholes for thinking that. I wanted to like Mary when they brought her back, but I just don't.
The writing wasn't there, man. It was really inconsistent, and just they didn't know what to do with her. And every opportunity they brought up how superfluous she was by threatening to kill her off many times, and just that sort of sinks in with you. I think, at least it did for me. I don't know. So
Yeah. Yeah, there was a weird defensiveness over Mary. I found it's like if you say anything bad about Mary, God help you, and it's like I know some people were like, oh, I hope Mary dies, which is like a little extreme, but it's like you don't have to like her either. Like, it just was not written well, and I don't particularly like Sam Smith. I would have liked it better if they would have brought the other actress who did Mary. It would have made more sense because age-wise, it makes more sense.
what is the function of I don't know. I don't know if that need revisited. Just size up Dean Winchester and say, you know what you need? Your mom. Like, you're a 40-year-old man. I don't know. The whole thing was just like, yes, there are things to resolve. I don't know if this is the way or the time, but that's personal just to me.
Oh my gosh, we're actually discussing Supernatural.
I know. How the hell did that happen?
Oh my gosh, momentum. An object in motion it has to stay in motion. What I think with Amara is that instead of, she should have been like, he is a grown ass man. Maybe he doesn't need his mom. Maybe he needs like a house, like a real house, like,
A new gun.
a gun. He needs like bulletproof skin. Just give him something useful, you know? Like she could probably, she's like an all-seeing being. Like I don't.
Yeah, of all the things Dean needed. Yeah.
Well, and just because like the writing had gotten us away from that point, like these were old wounds, really, and like there are new areas to explore. It was just weird to sort of backpedal in that way, and then bring her back, and then like send her away, and then bring her back and send her away, and not like her as a person figuring out this world and developing layers and having a sense of self. It was really like they just didn't know what to do with her some episodes.
Yeah.
And so she's not even mentioned. It feels like, oh, well, she's not that important. I guess she's doing that thing. And they don't know she's a central character. And it's just really bizarre.
Stephanie has a good point. Winchesters need cash money. Hell yeah. You know what? They could have, if they had all the money they needed, they could have just hired a woman that looked like their mom to act like their mom. Like, it would have been the same thing.
Robbed a bank for them. That would have been.
Yeah, that's the beginning of an episode. Is just like Always Sunny. Just the gang robs a bank, and it's just just Amara.
And why bring back their mom but not their dad? That was weird.
I don't get that either.
You can only have one of your dead parents back.
What you would think is that Amara would have been like, "Hey, Dean, just a second, I need to talk with my bro for a hot minute." And then she would be like, "Hey, okay, so like I plan on bringing their mom back. Okay, before you tell me it's a shitty idea, bring the dad back, right? And she'll be like, oh shit, that'd be so cool. And so that they would bring John and Mary back. It would
really
still be confusing
with Chuck and Amara.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. They fall back into old habits, old vernaculars, stuff like that. HR, I know JDM is busy, but the planes are fast. It would have been 2 seconds to see.
It could have been young John.
Because yep. Because
Just for reasons.
Yeah, just because. Well, maybe Chuck would be like, "Oh, I haven't done this in a while." He reaches back in time. He's like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure I'll grab the right. Oh, I grabbed the young one. Ah, that's fine." And then he's like, "Oh, I have other shit to go do. I'm actually God." So he leaves with Amara.
Like, here your parents are really young because of hand wave reasons. Good luck.
Reasons. Bye. That's it. That's all they have to do. Because they literally made the whole universe. Yep. I wouldn't argue with it. I think it would be great. I would love to see the dynamic between the current Mary and a young John being brought back. But I would like... she ends up treating him also like a child, which I would love, because especially if he had, for reasons, all of the knowledge that he had as the John when he died, you know?
But just his body's younger.
Just his body's younger.
Like, here are your parents. They're inexplicably much younger than you. They'll live longer than you.
You're welcome.
Chuck's like, I don't know. I was drunk when I did it. Whatever.
I think that's how the universe
was
made, too. I don't know. I was drunk when I did it.
Which brings us back to how's everyone doing? who's drinking away their?
Yeah, I guess let's do a check-in. Are you guys are you guys creating the universe, or are you just getting blackout drunk?
Are you all just? Amara is Prius drinking.
She's like, I'm probably gonna have to go out and get 20 live sheep somehow tomorrow. I gotta get blackout drunk, or else I won't be able to do it.
I want another French mistake where they go back and they're forced to do gishwhes.
Yes.
Because that could canonically happen.
Heather, I like how you say my Valium is wearing off and I'm still here. I like to imagine that you're trying to say that you were going to wander off somewhere, or like your body was going to evaporate while you were on Valium, and you're like, I'm still here. Like, you're physically still where you are, not like you're still watching the video. You're like, the stream, you're like still, oh my god, I'm still here.
Natalie
And I
says, I don't
appreciate
think John and Mary would get along after how much they changed. Yeah, I think Mary might be a little upset with how John handled things.
Oh yeah, they'd be shitheads to each other for sure. Like, without a doubt.
I feel like she would have a problem with that.
What would be even better is if they somehow managed to rekindle their romance and then had another baby.
Oh my
And suddenly Matt finds himself in another soap opera.
That is General Hospital shit. Lua just came back. Wait, what?
Because, wait, did Mary know about the other... What if she finds out about Adam? That's my question.
Oh, she hasn't found out about Adam yet.
She doesn't know about the whole entire second family. Like,
To be honest, she wasn't like superly impressed with the one that she had. Like, oh, my kids, real stressy. Entire season checked out. Did I come back at the wrong time? Sorry.
It's fine. We're on to Adam now. What I'm saying is that I want her. What if maybe in this weird alternate universe, John is fine and he's like, oh yeah, I left you. However, look at my sweet, sweet family and my good, good boy Adam. Speaking of good, good boys, look at that. That's not a good boy though.
He's a good boy. Who's a good boy?
No, God, he looks so angry. Kane,
He really does.
He's not. Well, he doesn't
Kane.
super want to be held right now.
Hey, Kane.
Why are you upset?
Stop looking at me from here.
Why are you upset?
You have competition. He laid down.
Look, it's your nemesis.
God, it's a monster.
It really is.
No.
Last night, or I guess technically this morning, Kitty Kane at 5 a.m. decided he would body slam all 15 plus pounds of his cat body onto mine. And that was upsetting. And I was very scared. That's my story.
Whisper on my face.
Kane, you motherfucker. He laid down harder. Like he was in the catloaf position, and then he went into the full, like, sprawl out position. Like, no, I'm not going to move my legs.
Just in a mood tonight.
Mm.
The box eating and the laying down.
Asshole. Oh, Heather, I hope you don't evaporate before gishwhes due to Valium.
Oh wait,
yeah,
let's go back to...
Sorry, I'm still here. I'm just posting a gif of Pineapple's giant murderous cat.
I like Lua. I like how you basically just turned the stream on, stayed on for about an hour, and then we're like, all right, now I'm a part of the audience.
See how that works? It's beautiful.
Yeah, I see.
And you still come back, which is what amazes me. Like, you just let me do it over and over. The whole reason this started is because I wanted to fucking listen to you and Anne and fucking Pineapple and Corbett talk about Kings of Con or anything. Like, I just wanted to listen to that happen. And now, I turn the thing on, and I like hang out for a little bit, and then I leave. And it happens. Like, not about Kings of Con, but the or anything bit is covered.
Okay. Yeah, we that's what I did last time. Because I was dying, but I like just tapped out, but I was just like watching, and I was like, oh, it's really great to just be a viewer.
Oh, I love antagonizing in the chat. It's the best. When Lua when Lua posted, she was like, "Hey, A-Hole Radio in about an hour and a half." I was like, "Yes, excellent," because I hadn't received a DM, and then a while later, when I received the DM, I was like, I'll participate. It's just so nice being in the chat.
Oh, he does look really big in that gif.
See?
That's because he's really big in life.
Yeah,
but...
because he's actually very big.
Oh. I really need to make him exercise. It's a problem.
Have you
He
seen
goes on
that news?
walks.
There is a news video. It's like a news anchor of a lady who has to try and talk about this cat who has recently picked up exercising at the gym via the swimming pool, and she cannot do it. She cannot make it through this news report because she's basically dying. This news story is killing her from the inside out.
Oh
And it kind of looks like your cat. Now that I think about it, I will find this video.
Yeah. I want to see it.
Because it's something that you could do. Let's see.
There's an outside cat that comes by and it meows and it drives him like into a rage.
That's just his natural state, Pineapple. I don't understand how you've been blinded to his ways for so long.
Happy when he would see outside cats. And there was this one outside cat that went up to the screen door and like the window was up, so it was just a screen. And Paddington had his face up to the screen and this other cat just slapped him in the face. Ever since then, whenever he sees cats outside, he gets so angry. Just like so angry. He doesn't know what to do with himself. He just like runs around. The cat outside, Paddington.
Okay.
Something's outside. He's distressed. Corbett is going to be corgi sitting for a week?
Yeah?
You should keep us updated.
It is not an interesting thing.
Lua is all caps yelling, "Oh my god, tell them about the parents."
Oh, there's nothing to say about the parents.
I feel like that's a dirty lie.
No, sorry. Yeah, no, parrots.
My parrot story. Think about what you want to say.
Oh, do you have a parrot story? Oh, you have a parrot. Yes, you do. Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Yes,
dude, okay. Just before you start, parrots are almost always racist. I don't know why. They are assholes and I don't trust
this
them.
This is the perfect setup, man. Thank you.
They're shitheads. Go on.
Pineapple has experienced this personally. Tell us about the racist parrot.
My neighbor had a racist parrot. It went through several owners. It's not funny that it's racist. It's just like it went through several owners, and he did not know the parrot had been taught bad words. Lua, we can't hear you. Don't hand wave at me like that. She turns her camera off.
There she goes.
Wasn't it named Melon or something ridiculous?
It's Mango. I couldn't remember his friggin' name. I was like, is it Melon? No, it's a fruit.
Somehow worse than Melon.
Mango is better than Melon. I was like, is it Melon? That doesn't sound right. Yeah. This parrot, when I first met him, he's very shy. He does not like to talk to people, like when he first meets them. So he wouldn't talk to me. He greeted my cat, said hello to the cat, but not to me. So the first time I heard this parrot talk, I did not know that it was outside in an apple tree, hiding in the branches. So I just heard someone calling out for help from a tree. And it was like some Alice in Wonderland shit. I was like, what the fuck is happening? I climbed the tree a little bit, and I'm like, it's fucking Mango sitting up there. And he's like laughing. He called for help until I got in the tree and found him, and then he laughed. Parrots are assholes.
Parrots
Very smart.
are shitheads.
They're assholes. And one of his previous owners taught it some really bad words, and my neighbor was like, I can't fucking take him anywhere. So that's my parrot story. He also just like enjoyed throwing shit on the ground, just destruction. Just
that's also a very common parrot thing.
Wait a fucking minute.
yeah.
I did not listen to any of that. I'm just gonna preface that. But like, did you mention the part where it would not acknowledge you, but just your cat?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it did a fucking little dance to music. This me little fucker like to dance. Attacks people
Yes.
with hats. That's amazing. I don't know how you
Oh yeah,
think
yeah.
it's not
He did.
gold.
People wore hats.
Like
We got like
dislikes, colon, hats, all
viciously angry.
caps will fuck
If
you up.
that
Also racist.
if that cat had met Rob Benedict, it would have attacked the shit out of him.
Birds are complicated.
My sister has a bird that she did not consent to having this bird. This bird just
Non-con
happened. Yes, non-con bird. 0 out of 10. This bird is racist against, I think, specifically Asian people, which is strange. And B, I was a lucky girl because I found out that it will do the thing to people like that bird with hats is what it will do to people with glasses. I almost had my goddamn finger ripped off by that asshole. His name is Poppy. He can make DJ scratching noises, and that's about it. He can also mimic cat noises, and that's it. That's all he can do is just be a piece of shit and make noises. Like, I don't understand why he exists.
I don't remember much of like, I had a head injury as a kid, and I don't remember a lot of it. Like, I went like face first into a brick road at about 15 miles an hour. So I don't remember like a lot before that, but I dimly around that time remember I used to go like down the block to like this old lady's house, and she was real weird. All I remember is that her name was Cookie, and she was in a wheelchair, and she had a house that she didn't let a lot of people in, but it was full of bizarre shit. And one of those things was a bird that would like, it would laugh at you and tell you you were ugly, and then would ask you for money.
I'm sorry, Lua, I believe this woman who you met was an actual witch.
He smoked nonstop. She was just like...
Yeah, because she's already 700 years old. Like, she can do whatever she wants. And also, that bird is someone she knew.
Beck says my cousin had a parrot that would swear at women whenever they walked in the room. Like, parrots is where neckbeards go when they die. Like, I don't... Is that what happened?
No,
because,
God, what's the name of the jib
prick.
lady? Oh, what's her name? Oh, I bet that's the bird's name.
God,
a parrot that would swear at women whenever they walked in a room.
Pookie. And it pissed me off, like, even as a kid, because Cookie and Pookie are spelled the same, except for one letter, but you don't say that shit the same. And this little fucker could not take change if you had it, because Cookie only dealt in change. Like, she was wheelchair bound, so she couldn't, like, in her house, the only exit had a lot of stairs. And also, she was just, like, a misanthropic old fuck, but it was mostly the stairs. She couldn't leave, so it was like she'd have the neighborhood kids like go fetch shit for her, and we would have done it for free, but it was an added incentive that she would give us fistfuls of shiny coins and we'd be like, fuck yeah, motherfucker, I'm gonna buy a cookie. But
that's
like,
how she got that parrot.
This
one of you kids.
Fucking bird would be like, he would want your money, but he couldn't pick it up. It was a psychological thing. Like, he just wanted you to be upset.
That was an actual child. That parrot was a person once.
Give the parrot fedora. You nailed it, Dimitri. That's literally, like, that's it. That's the... But yeah, racist parrots, man, it's a thing. Why are they so mad? Like, come on, what do you don't do you think that there are parrots in where the fuck parrots live, like in the forest or Narnia or some shit, where like they use this propensity to absorb like behaviors to mock the fuck out of, like, do they just insult other animals as they go by, just trying to live their lives?
Just like
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, they've got a wicked sense of humor.
Is it like the Rosetta Stone of like
They're probably occupied though with the whole survival thing, so
I mean,
just the
how are you like verbally an asshole though, and survive,
maybe the parrots have a bad president too.
Honestly though, like, if they mock people in people language because they know what they're saying and like they want it to hurt. Like they want you to like they're looking for a soft spot and they're gonna find it. Like, do you think
Like
that
small children.
they like they are. Do you think they
Yeah.
like have a go at other animals also?
There is actually.
Oh, I know they do. My sister's parrot does. Poppy the asshole. He fucks with cats.
Does it in like cat noises or people?
Yes,
Like
with cat noises. That's what I said. He makes DJ scratching noises and cat noises.
okay, but why would you?
Mango would laugh along with laugh tracks on TV shows.
God.
He's dumb.
Filmed in front of a live parrot audience.
Filmed from a live parrot.
Filmed in front of a live parrot.
Oh, somebody thumbs down this. What up, people who watch Just Stay to Angry? Eat my entire ass. So I go.
Shout out to all the hate watchers.
Yeah, suck a dick. Find something to do with your Friday night.
They might just be parrot lovers, okay? I mean,
my friend's parrot.
That could be it. Somebody came here for a family-friendly parrot live stream, and what they got was this bullshit. How did they happen to stumble on this on their Friday night?
You know what's funny?
Ruined.
I thought it was so funny, like Pineapple and Corbett are going back and forth for like a good 40 minutes, like just casually, like I also had a parrot that was an asshole. Like just conversationally, like yes, they're destructive and mocking, like just cheerful as shit. And I'm like screen capping this and sending it to Shirts because I think it's the funniest thing I've ever read. Did not speak to me for 2 weeks. The last thing I sent was apparently Melon the racist parrot was murdered by a hawk. And to me, I'm like, had this gripping commentary going, and like, it didn't speak to me for 2 days. No comment, nothing. I thought this was like a really like attention grabbing tale, but nothing.
Maybe you only thought it was attention grabbing because you didn't realize how common it was. It's like, for us, it's like finding out humans breathe. You know? It's like, of course the parrot is racist and a big old dick. That's just what they are.
A good like 20-minute talk about this. We
talk about birds a lot.
We do.
Yeah.
But like, it was just like so strangely fitting that Melon the racist parrot, now Mango, got murdered by a hawk. I just said the other day, by which I mean 2 months ago, like, if I ever think I'm having a bad day, remind me of this poor Australian and or Kiwi sunbather who was just living his life just in the nude sunbathing, admittedly where there were signs saying don't sunbathe, and he was sunbathing and he was just living, and his nutsack got ripped right off by an eel. Just right off. One of them was crushed, and the other was torn clean from the nutsack. And I was like, you know what? I've had bad days, but not eagle confused my nutsack for some turtle eggs days.
Birds in Australia?
It's a little lengthy to say.
Just like, the eagles are smart, man, and those would be some very specifically placed turtle eggs, is what I'm saying.
Maybe they thought that the human was keeping them warm, you know? Like,
maybe
because some birds sit
right
on them.
on his naked body.
Hey, birds don't wear clothes. Yeah, they put their eggs right on their naked bodies because they don't wear clothes. Clothes are a human construct, much like time and everything else.
You know, this you're the third person to say cat hole radio, and I'm gonna tell you a third time, rethink that one. No, guys, cat hole, not the one you want. I'm mad that I said that.
Ah, yes, Cathole Radio.
That's the one.
I just want to point out, Strobe sent me pineapple sauce.
Aw.
I'm
Oh,
wearing
that's cute.
Oh, I should open. I'm so lazy that I can't find my keys to check my mail, so I haven't checked my mail. Also, don't generally want to live, but I found the UPS person delivered a package to me. I don't know if because my mailbox is full, Or maybe it's an API. I'm gonna open it. Is my point.
Oh, boy. Oh, I was hoping for a live unboxing of whatever the shit this is.
No,
I
I'm gonna
know.
do
What
it, but
was
I
with
don't want you to
the-
see
okay.
the like depressing state of my apartment, which actually looks exactly the same as it
I was
normally
gonna
does.
say.
But all you can see, like, I don't even know, like, I just naturally
It's just
turn off
harder
the
to see
camera.
through the smog that has formed.
No,
Now
there's actually a thick
it's a
layer of
dead
dust
bird.
on everything, plus humidity. I've started to cough. It's terrifying. Because the methane from the tar pit, let's not talk about it. But there's just like some empty paper bags. It's literally the only difference. But
Cool.
here
That's what I like to hear.
I have. I don't. What if this is something really terrible?
Chat and saw. I can't believe Paddington knew where to play the funnel. Did he do that right in the camera?
Oh, I didn't even realize. I thought there was a pillow in the background. Just a big old pillow. Nope, it moved. That is Paddington. This sweet model body.
Fucking
None of us
hero.
are ready for his jelly.
Taped it. Shit. Hold on.
You guys will be excited while she's doing that. Speaking of Straub, you guys will be very excited to know that she is preparing her Mad Sweeney cosplay for MinCon. The thing is that the reason why she's doing that is because she found out, she was like, wait, are you trying to tell me that Matt is like as absolutely obsessed with Mad Sweeney as you are? It's just that he doesn't draw him every day. I was like, fucking yes, he is. He's probably more. He's trying to get all of his friends to watch this show. Please cosplay as Mad Sweeney and get a photo op with him. He will absolutely lose his mind. So she is. And I'm really excited about it.
She's gonna cosplay an American Gods character to a supernatural convention. I love it. Here for it.
You know, same. And also, I'm very excited. Because to me, I'm like, the American Gods, watching it, I was like, man, this is what Supernatural, I feel like, if it was on a different network, it had that potential.
Yeah.
And that's why it's just so satisfying to watch. I get to hear people say, fuck, there are penises. Oh, everything I want. So it's like, it's wonderful. And that's why I would love to see a bunch of American Gods cosplay at Supernatural Cons. And I think that Straub can unlock that.
I don't know. I want to follow up on that just to see how that interaction goes with Matt, because he's going to love it.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be freaking out. Because, like, even I know about it. I know about it in advance, and I'm freaking out because I'm like, oh, she's going to hang around me all day. It's going to be weird because I'm going to be like, dude, I can't look at you because I feel like I'm falling in love. That's going to be upsetting. It's like, you know, you've known a friend for so long.
Laughing at the chat. Tasha said, thanks for stealing my jokes. That's Pineapple's job. Yeah. In New York, Tasha would say things that were hilarious. And I was like, I'm going to tweet that. Not credit you. Tasha ghost wrote all my best tweets. Sorry. My cat put his butthole on screen.
Cat hole radio it's accurate, unfortunately, as much as you don't want it to be, Lua. It is, because Paddington was like, I'm gonna put all this.
You keep going.
Chocolate starfish.
Oh my god.
Right up there.
No, Scout's like lexicon of innuendo is like astounding. It impresses me like no other. What is
I'm
that?
sure she'd reply, but she's muted.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh my god. She doesn't need to be.
Why? What?
Why? Why do you have that? You know what?
Why
I
do you
just
have
I need
that
an
item?
explanation. Unmute.
See, I didn't need a microphone to be able to show that.
No, because you had a physical object with the words "edible anus" printed on it.
Is it what's in the 10? I mean, like.
Are you really? Are
What?
you smug about that? Did you? Are you the winner here?
I'd like to think I am.
Yay, unboxing.
At this point, I fucking fear for what it is.
Are we about to watch a snuff live stream?
Why did you go there?
I mean,
Oh my
I guess.
fucking
Hi, look, it's dark.
Oh, it looks
No, she
happy.
looks too happy for it to be snuff unless she was waiting for
Like a
death.
Somebody sent me motherfucking hey the chicken.
Aw.
Yay!
Hey, the stupid ass chicken. I am the happiest being that ever there fucking was. I tweeted
And-
not too long ago. I've never given a shit about Funko Pops. Like I don't fucking. I'm not disparaging them. It doesn't grab me until I saw this stupid ass chicken, and I was like, I need the rock eating chicken. I need the chicken so dumb it cannot live, and yet it does. And then some very, very kind people were like, we're going to send it to you. I was like, don't fucking do it. I don't need the stupid rock eating chicken, but I have it, and I'm so happy.
Oh, look at
Aw.
you. I'm so happy.
This
And
is
the
so
avian
cute.
theme continues.
Shamal has a friend.
Oh, I can't wait to see its tweets.
Look at my stupid rock eating chicken.
Oh,
Oh,
This
I'm
is
so
the-
happy for you, man.
Who knows how it survives? It speaks to me. I am so happy right now. This little head turns. Actually, it's not little. It's big as fuck. But like, it turns all the way around. Because who's stopping it? Nobody. It doesn't understand limitations.
See, this
I am
is the
so
content that people log in for. This is what they
Stupid
click that link
chicken
for.
happiness. That's what I should have called it. Look at his little beady eyes, not understanding life.
It's like watching a proud parent. Just, oh.
I know. I
know.
want to see its grade card if I'm
What?
being totally
it's like
honest.
watching
What is
a
it
child
doing?
on
It's
Christmas morning.
best. There's no. Holy fucking shit! It's hotter than two rats fucking in a wool sock in this apartment. Congratulations, you are now part of the chicken fandom. Here's your prize. Points aggressively at things. For real though, you deserve all the things. How'd you fuckers get my address? For real though, you deserve all the things. Here's a small thing. I love you, Lex. What a greater gift than the love of a chicken from Charles Dickens, comma, probably. Hi, Lua. I hope Hey will be a good roommate. He seems low maintenance. If we happen to capture a reaction pic of Shame Owl meeting him for the first time, that would be ace. Much love and strength to you, friend. Shark's not bird. If I were a person that experienced emotions, I would have them at you right now. But all I have is hey, this stupid chicken. I am the happiest. Look at him. He don't know what the fuck is happening. He's just living his life, doing the best he can.
There's like an animal howling or something outside.
It's because
It's the
Canada is
chicken.
full of murder.
Just don't
Oh.
go investigate that. Just
Do
don't.
not
Well,
investigate.
we-
He has
we're sure-
leaves for a tail.
We're gonna try to turn this into a snuff stream anyway. That's,
You see how quick
You know-
she was with that?
you know, Lua, you get that big old heartfelt note. I kept this because I thought it was touching. Like,
Wait.
Honestly-
Oh, long time.
I thought you were gonna pull out the anus box thing, and I was
That too.
confused.
that was actually a loving gift from my sister. But no, I kept this note because I was like, oh, that's sweet.
I just When I went to the bell that Fallon got me. Oh shit, that's loud.
You didn't try it before?
I did.
Where's your
There's a
sense of
pattern.
curiosity?
No, I did. It really upset Paddington. Send a video.
Oh, I was gonna say I would like it if that would become the dinner bell. Like,
I should.
I used
train
to. Oh my
Frank-
god! I used to have a dinner bell as a kid.
Oh.
It hung from we had a 3-story house, and it was ghetto as shit. But like you could see between the floors, and we had it was like a Russian doll. It was like nesting bells, and whoever could reach it would jump up and bat the shit out of it. But it was shaped like a rooster. If a rooster were half of a Russian doll, understandably, it made a very upsetting noise. So nobody missed dinner.
I can't tell if Pineapple's
turning
like
off my
aghast or yawning.
I was reading the chat.
I'm turning off my camera so you can see me take a selfie with my stupid chicken. This is a private moment.
okay. Well, while you have that private moment,
she's gonna tweet to her 4,000 closest friends.
Dimitri, the anus box, edible anus, is something that you can send it anonymously, which I believe my sister did. However, she told me. It's something I actually have not eaten them. I have looked at them because there's just something in me that can't eat something that's shaped directly at like a butthole. So I do still have them. They are in the box, but they are chocolate buttholes. And I'll just give you a solid one fell out, a solid glimpse. They did melt a little bit into the side.
Oh.
But I don't know how they got the mold to do that, or who had to like sit down and be like, all right, guess what you're doing today? It's just some guy on the warehouse floor, and they were like, Gregory, we have a proposition. Where does one purchase chocolate buttholes? I don't know.
Just so many questions. Wow.
Oh, they have a website. If you visit www.edibleanus.com, thanks for the sponsor, Edible Anus, you can also get yourself some pure Belgian chocolate buttholes.
I don't think we've ever had a plug before. That's wow.
Had to sell out sometime. Alicia, I don't know if this is true, what she just typed in all caps, but you can get them personally molded.
Oh.
Oh.
Do they send you a kit? I mean, how does that?
It gets increasingly more upsetting as you think about it. I don't know. I know you didn't mean to make the pun, Corbett, but we had a button.
No, I didn't.
Yay!
Wow.
Hashtag non-spawn. Yeah. I just keep these on my desk for good luck, but
Is that the one I like?
Yes, that's the gentle rumble of thunder that you just heard was pumpkin.
Oh no, I like peaches.
Oh, you like
I'm Peaches stan.
She's also purring.
Yeah, that's not what that is.
Having an internal civil war. I love this weird snorting growl noise.
It's upsetting Paddington.
Stop it. You're being a big baby.
Look at all that
I'm
fluff.
not holding you.
That is a massive amount of chest fluff.
I'm just holding you.
What does she like? Anything? No.
Do you want to come into the bag? Don't attack her. Stop it. Don't be like that. Be nice. Pumpkin. Come here. Mr. Paddington. Don't attack her. Nice. They're okay.
Yeah?
Where are you going?
Oh, so close.
You wanted to come in here.
I really could just watch this all night.
Dimitri asks, why are all of your cats capable of eating deer? See, the thing is that like I'll watch like National Geographic, and there'll be like a bunch of very tired lions, and then the commentator will be like, normally they take down full-grown adult elephants, and you're like, holy shit. But I mean, I look at your cats and I think them taking down a fully grown adult elephant, and I'm not that surprised. Like, I'm not. I think of that and I'm like, that is actually more believable than actual ass lions. Kane.
Who's your pretty pumpkin?
I am.
And he's making her more mad that I'm laughing.
She doesn't. That's experiencing joy was not on the menu today. I think maybe Pumpkin was just so used to you feeling the same like baseline level of anger as her that she was just like, finally I can be comfortable with my owner. And now that you're feeling joy and smiling, no.
You're pretty pumpkin. Who's your pretty girl? Don't be an asshole.
I just imagine a parent sending their child off with that phrase to school. Don't be an asshole.
How did they come out that way? I mean, you could not be sweeter, and yet. I think it's hilarious.
But not if I'm sitting down. I'm standing up, it's fine. Not
So
right
if you're
now.
transporting her, okay.
Tasha, you're doing great.
Was Tasha modding tonight?
I mean, she certainly does have the blue wrench. And is typing. But she's been here for a while. I believe
we don't give her vacation time.
No vacation.
No. Oh look, it's Louis' biggest fan.
What? Who? What? Corbett left.
Biggest...
Oh, got it. I was like, that's the opposite of it. Corbett left. That was mean. Tasha. Hold on.
That's True Fan. Yeah, True Fan is staying at Louis' place for tonight.
Tasha, I DM'd you. True Fan? I wish. Thank you for my stupid chicken.
I'm so happy about your chicken, dude.
This stupid chicken eats rocks like it don't know any better, because it doesn't. It's just trying to live, kinda.
Man, it kinda like helped save the world. If you look at it.
Through no effort of its own, and that's something I can get down with. It was
Yeah,
there.
and that's kind of what we strive for.
It
Yeah.
actually constantly impeded the saving of the world, and it was saved despite.
I still find it incredibly inspirational.
What, I was thinking.
I'd watch an entire documentary on that stupid ass chicken.
This poor stupid chicken doesn't know what to do with itself or its chicken body or its stupid little chicken brain. But it's sentient and it's animate. No one can do anything about it. So here we are. It's kind of like my autobiography. Stupid chicken.
Eating rocks.
It's not looking at you because it doesn't recognize you as a point of focus. Don't mind me, I have to repost another GIF of pineapples, fearsome cats.
Yeah, mine is being an idiot. Come here. Oh, have you been eating measuring tape? Dude, please, why? Why?
You have your own stupid chicken.
I really do. Kane,
Oh.
I wish you would just not be this way.
She scolded. I wish you would make different choices.
I've never met an animal that loves eating plastic bags more than this one, let me tell you.
That's weird. You shouldn't eat that. It's not for.
I've told him more than once. Yeah.
Oh, Kitty Kane. Hi, Kitty Kane. Oh, you can't hear me. You're wearing earphones.
I'm gonna send Matt.
Well, he has supersonic hearing, so it doesn't matter.
Jealous. He's gonna be so mad I got the stupid chicken. Suck it.
Just send him updates.
I'm gonna too. Look at this.
Like,
Look at it. Thriving. Just thriving.
All right, you know what, Kane? I will reward you and let you go outside. He locked himself.
I just shat. I'll be right back. Okay, McLean. I want a coconut protection helmet. Is that of coconuts or from coconuts? Stephanie Mellinger. Thank you, Beck. I too am very happy with my stupid chicken. Yeah. You wish you had a stupid chicken. I got the only stupid chicken here. That's right.
I actually was trying to think, like, do I have any chicken-like creatures?
No, you don't. I have
don't.
the chickens.
You
I
have the chickens. She has
Oh, I
secured the
said
chickens.
Matt will be jealous. I got the stupid chicken. I completely made that up. But he is really obviously about Moana. So I'm just like, it might as well be true. Like, probably this is not something that's actually occurred to him, but once it's out there that he could have the stupid chicken, but I have it, probably it's a done deal. Coconut. Stephanie, I love when people use that gif of like them little coconut demons, like ready as shit for whatever's about to happen. They are about to start shit. Because it's always like so appropriately used, like usually in reference to like this fandom engaging with anyone that isn't us, because we're like really troubled, feisty little shit stirrers who really don't know how to deal with anyone that isn't us, and it always like just happens to come up using that gif, and it always just feels right, you know. Dimitri, I did without the little flicking off thing though, but I looked very satisfied in the pictures. Oh, I pulled this up earlier because I wanted to read it, and these headphones are genuinely killing me because it's sweaty as fuck. But about the shirts thing, with Mark Pellegrino being a dainty pearl clutching fuck, and unable to handle himself, his shit, or his t-shirts, and like being so like sort of, what is the word that I'm looking for? Like sensibilities were so easily damaged that it went from like legitimate criticism of your political party, which is linked in your fucking Twitter bio, to like, this is capital L libel and I'm going to sue you. Like, this took less than a day for him to get so butthurt at legitimate criticism that he could not bully into silence or smirk into submission because nobody gives a fuck about him, that he was like, these are capital B bullies and maybe they need a good lawsuit in payback for like that the way they terrorize people. So like overtly, like for payback, like he's mad and he wants to make people feel bad as a result. So I saw this lawsuit because I follow the ACLU, and I just, because I dealt with so much of this stupid horse shit with Travis Aaron Wade and like the things he genuinely thinks that you can sue people for. I just revisiting that and then recently having this come up on my timeline was just like it was like having a great song play at the same moment you have the right drink in your hand. Like, this is beautiful. So Travis and subsequently Mark seem to think that if your dignity, no, your ego, your manhood is sufficiently offended that the criminal justice system or the US Constitution empower you to make people stop saying things you don't want to hear, not in spite of their being true, but because of it specifically. So this is a tweet from the ACLU, and it's their response to John Oliver did his satirical TV news show where he talks shit on everyone because he's brilliant, very funny, and an insightful human being. It's always a good message, but or just really funny. But there is a big proponent of coal, who is behind a lot of awful shit. And the worst thing fucking John Oliver said about him is, I hope somebody in a squirrel suit tells what's his nuts to eat shit. So this guy, with all of his money, presumably in some karmic way, that fortune grown bigger by cancer-infested lungs. Anyway, says I'm gonna sue the shit out of John Oliver. This is what the what's the thing, like the table of contents for a lawsuit? It's item 3. Anyone can legally say "eat shit, Bob." Item 3A. Plaintiff's motion for a temporary restraining order. Oh, this is in reference to the way that Mark Pellegrino, and to a much broader extent Travis, think the legal system works. Point 3A. Plaintiff's motion for a temporary restraining order is ridiculous. Courts can't tell media companies how to report, Bob. Point 3A1. All of John Oliver's speech was protected by the First Amendment. You can't sue people for being mean to you, Bob. Point 3A2. Plaintiff's requested injunction is clearly unconstitutional. You can't get a court order telling the press how to cover stories, Bob. I just love to keep using his name. Point 3.2. A brief history of plaintiff's attempts to chill speech by abusing the legal system. This case is about plaintiff Robert E., parenthetically Bob Murray, not liking a television program, somehow believing that it is a legally actionable offense. On June 18, 2017, defendant Home Box Office Inc. aired episode Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, a satirical news program about current events. The main topic discussed in the episode was coal. Apparently because plaintiff's delicate sensibilities were offended, they clutched their pearls and filed this suit. After the live taping, defendant John Oliver exclaimed to the audience that having someone in a squirrel costume tell Bob Murray to eat shit was a dream come true. Referenced at paragraph 52. footnote number 3, everyone is allowed to have dreams. I just like, it was really excited. Thank you for letting me read that because it was just so satisfying.
It truly is a bizarre notion that it's like, I personally have not liked how you act on the internet. So you better lawyer up, asshole. Like, I don't know.
I don't know the difference between civil and criminal.
I'm just mad that I was stupid enough to pay $400 fucking I'm never getting back to refute that comically inept auto failure of a cease and desist letter from like the guy that defends pit bull fighting rings out here, and he has a great win rate, wins the shit out of some cases for a lot of money for pit bulls to tear the shit out of each other, for instance. Like, but it was so fucking embarrassingly bad, and this is from like Travis like tweeted like a month ago, like randomly. No, it was like 2 weeks. Like, I will make sure in my lifetime at Poptivus sees the inside of a jail cell because he's fucking psycho. Like, you gotta be batshit crazy, man. Like,
But
nobody cares
I
about
do
you.
still like thinking of that in a more open-ended term, like she'll have a job.
I mean, I do have some solid job experience as military police. Like, I could search a cell really well. I've seen several photos. I've searched them. Like, I done a forced cell movement, which is where you bundle somebody up when they really don't want to, but they gotta go to a different one. Like, my stupid chicken with his big ass head keeps falling over.
And you'll have that on your desk at the jail where you see the cells.
But like, I don't like, nobody said anything that wasn't true. You just got real mad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna sue the shit out of them.
People are just repeating his words. And he's like, oh yeah, but context. I'm like, there's no context. in which
Literally
something-
quoting you. You literally cannot be wrong. And I found that so empowering to see. There was just a few selections, but just the sassy ass language, which is like, you think that you can use the legal system to stop people from pointing out that you are an asshole, and it turns out you're an asshole now for a different reason.
You know what they say, Lua? Trust no one, not even yourself.
I like that he called libel a kind of murder.
That's straight out of Travis's book. It was being friends with the wrong person is very much the same as my friends who were convicted of killing a black guy. That is the paraphrased version of like 4 pages he sent Cam. You associate with the wrong people. It's basically like being accessory to murder, comma, unnecessary race element.
Oh my.
Is Corbett coming back?
I don't know.
That's a darn good question.
We've definitely been going for over 3 hours.
You can tell we haven't radioed in a while.
Yeah.
I know, I love
We
it.
never
It's
stop.
like seeing as we started it with, we have nothing to talk about. And then 3 hours later,
There's so much shit.
3 hours later, and you can't just.
You know, it's because I get this like stupid. I don't know. I don't know at what point I decided that there's like this unspoken level of we don't criticize X, Y, and Z. Like, because you have a certain working relationship with somebody, or you just don't like, maybe some things are off limits. But at the end of the day, nobody's fucking looking out for my ass. I don't know why the shit I should not say exactly how I feel if that's also how other people feel, because I'm not in a position of authority here. I'm not in a position of privilege or advantage. I never will be. I don't do anybody any favors by like covering anyone's ass.
Mm-hmm.
Tasha. Just like the real Hey Hey. Hey Hey. He's so dumb he eat rocks.
Dimitri, I want to draw you wearing a squirrel suit telling Mark P to eat shit.
Full circle.
I definitely got drunk the other night and had a really long conversation for about 3 hours with like 2.5 different people about why Mark's shirt was bullshit. However, I reread it later and I was like, wow, I actually made some very valid points and I don't regret any of this at all. Mark and his smug ass responded 2 days later and I didn't even read it because it was really extremely patronizing and I was like, oh, you know what? The thing that you hate the most is when you don't get attention. I just didn't even look. It was like a 6-tweet, like, actually threaded it, like, you know what, Lua, I think you'd feel much better. Don't give a fuck, Mark.
Yep.
Maybe, hear me out. Maybe it was actually nice, and he was like, you know, Alua, maybe you would do better with this stupid chicken. Now,
You know
I'm sending this to you.
You know what is hilarious is it's actually Kristen is in the chat. It's from Lex and somebody else, but the headphones are so high. What the fuck was I about to say? I have no idea.
Dimitri, what was she about to say?
Oh no, he did get he did get real nice because he told Fallon, well, I'm never gonna use the word retard again. Of course he couldn't repeat it, but like, and my buddy C.A. Young, who is an amazing fic writer, he's utterly fucking brilliant. He engaged with Mark for like 2 solid hours, like a freaking professional, and actually got Mark to say the word trans, even though he took no responsibility. Anyway, something clearly happened because like he couldn't defend it at all, but he did say like, I'm gonna stop saying such offensive terms, but he means the word retard, and like took a very definitively like, I'm going to play nice now approach. And I would like to think that it was due to that utterly unorganized response to the CW saying like, vote for Mark P, and you just see like dozens and dozens and dozens of unrelated, fuck that, actually that's hilarious, but honestly fuck that bitch, like so many people unanimously like, that is hilarious that you think you should suggest that to us. I know damn well a conversation happened after that, and I just hope it got him right in the nuts, like right in the pride kind of area. If those are co-located, like, for the best, but
like
two.
they were like the CW, like they were eagles in that moment, and they saw those
And
eggs.
his pride was like the turtle eggs that happen to be his nutsack and or spine. Who knows how these, science just doesn't know.
There's 2 balls, dude.
How these are,
One could be each.
I'm so glad he was not. I'm so glad he was not at San Diego Comic-Con on the panel, because I think a lot of people were worried that he was replacing
series regular. Is that the word?
God, people who have been there for a minimum of 7 years couldn't handle that conversation. Tasha's gonna come talk to us. I think Tasha's still drunk as shit, but talk about pre-gishwhes. Yeah.
We're 3 deep in the podcast, might as well.
You know, we used to go for 8, so this is improvement.
Good lord.
I think
we had a lot of feelings to get out.
And
we had a lot. There was a
3
lot.
more. That's 3 more than most people are comfortable with.
I was gonna say, you cannot do math. That is 5 more at a minimum.
No, well, okay, you didn't catch the metaphor I was making, but that's okay. That's probably for the best. You would have been upset about it. You would have been like, why?
Oh, what the fuck, man?
It's Cathole Radio. Of course I'm gonna make.
Dimitri, if your drawings involve buttholes, please do not send them to me. That's all I'm asking.
Actually,
I agree.
Dimitri, if your
Send-
drawings
Double send Scout any buttholes. Don't
and
send
I can make a collage and CC them
do
to
not
Pineapple and
do
Lua.
that.
The scout. Thank you.
Okay.
Tasha,
Hi, buddy.
welcome to the buttholes. We are talking about buttholes.
Can we hear her?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know, can you?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, buddy.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Wait, we definitely lost Corbett. I'm sorry, this is not the time. I'm just. Oh, do
I
you
was
have
thinking that,
headphones?
Yeah, you. Oh, she's Kronk. That's right.
Okay.
That's
But
gonna make troubleshooting excellent.
A little rough.
hey, buddy.
Yeah.
You're so adorable. Do you have headphones?
I can go look.
Cool. No pressure. Okay.
There's
She's
God,
so cute.
you're
I can't
adorable. Yeah,
Right.
you're adorable.
So cute. I don't know how to live. I fucking love Tasha so much. There's so many people, especially that we get in the chat all the time, that I'm like, yeah, I would love to talk to them. Like, just like all of the people. We have some good ones.
Mhm.
Watermelon Tasha. Speaking of watermelons, because I know that her Gish team name has something to do with that. I feel like gishwhes is like this time where you like I don't know how other people conceptualize like their social space, but like I don't know shit about anything. I immediately forget why I follow people. I don't know who the fuck anyone is, and God help me if you change your username and your picture at the same time. We have never met. Like that's the extent to which I remember people. But like I feel like Gishwes is like suddenly you have 15 people and you find out that they all know each other, and it's like a constellation for me. You're like, oh shit, some shit makes sense now. And then it turns out they have like this weird, ominous like superpower. They get real business, and they're here to fuck shit up. Like you find out like what their superpowers are, particularly the way in which they're menacing. Like it's like this weird like Megatron sort of like friend alliance thing that's here to like spread some kindness and ruin your shit. Go fuck shit up.
That's a beautiful description.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Poetic, like constellations.
But like in the American Gods kind of way, where like there's the bear in the sky, and when it's not there, you're done. You're
Oh
fucked.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is when they release the bear.
I'm like afraid for what I'm gonna wake up to in the morning.
I know.
I
I'm
wanna see
quite
the
excited.
list. I want to see a list so much. I love seeing a list.
Pow and I wrote an item and submitted it, and I really, really hope it makes it in. But I'm not gonna say what it is.
Yeah,
It
I was
might
gonna
be-
say, hey, wait a minute. Earlier, I believe Lua did ask if anybody had an item that they submitted, and there was resounding silence.
That was her. That was
No, I asked that, and there was resounding silence.
I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
You
but
never
in
said
fairness,
that you submitted
chat
one.
cannot speak,
It's
and none
got
of
to
us
do
are
with-
participating. So
It's got to do with Dad Prime, so I really hope it gets
Yes, please.
it may be to slightly torment him.
I hope that gets through, because you'd think that the people on the team would see that
Tasha,
Robbie has a thread of approximately 200,000 tweets to Misha.
Just a lot of questions.
Is this better?
she's here from a more extreme angle.
Well,
No, it's
So
good.
I-
It's good. It's good.
Well, see, the problem is that there was a bit of an echo. We could hear ourselves coming from your computer. That's where the issue lied. That's why we were asking about your headphones.
But I'm using my phone now. Is it better?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Oh.
also, you're still cute as shit.
Yeah, even at a more extreme angle, just even cuter.
It looks like more like a little more serious. Like we're about to tackle some serious shit, which is true. Because I want to ask you, particularly as someone that has been drinking all day, how are you preparing? I love you so much. How are you preparing for gishwhes? What are your feelings? What do you recommend? Wayward watermelons. Oh.
I'm literally filling in calling cards with our Twitter handles so that when people are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? We can be like, this is what we're doing.
Oh, that's a time saver.
That's very good.
That's efficient.
Yeah. I'm doing the captain thing this year and I'm very nervous about it.
I had somebody, where is it at? Oh, say I bought a bottle of pure acetone today, 4 reasons, talking about gishwhes. So I feel like that really kind of captures the tone.
Yeah, the acetone.
The acetone.
Yeah. Should have seen that coming.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Lordy. It's really hot in Washington.
It's hot as fuck here too. Wait, no, tell me about gishwhes, not the weather, you fuck.
Oh, sorry. Well, okay. I'm scared.
You're doing the captain thing this year, though.
I am, which makes me even more scared because now I have to make sure that everybody else isn't scared. But I'm not doing a great job because I keep telling them that I'm scared.
Oh, but you're so sweet, though.
I hope. Everybody keeps saying communication is key, but some people aren't talking, and that makes me nervous.
I saw that look. It was really funny. Oh man, I just remembered. Fuck. That a bunch of actors are doing it now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Wonder
weird.
how that's. Yeah.
They're all gonna be at the con too.
Some of whom were a little salty to be left off the board.
Oh, those salty people can go away.
Oh yeah, I did some unfollowing after I saw some of that salt. I was like, not today.
It was like, why did you have to say that?
I didn't actually read before I signed it, so. I know that a minimum fee is $50,000. I'm good. I agree with your general sentiments, though, that refer to no one in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Tasha.
Yes.
What do you just fucking love about gishwhes? What do you love?
I think my favorite thing last year was when we raised the money for the refugees, and then there was also like the item where like it was like a random act of kindness every day. So I love that it was just like encouraging more people to be nice to people. I like being nice, and so making other people be nice for points is nice. Oh yes, Alicia says that my favorite thing is that she's on my team. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, fair.
But also, my team is incredible. Like, my team is like stacked with tables, and so it's gonna be an awesome time.
What do you recommend for people that are not super confident about their team, or like maybe don't know them really well?
Well, talk to them if you can, if they're talking, and if they're not talking, that's okay. There's plenty of things that you can do on your own that you don't need a team for, and do those things and just have fun with them.
Hey, do you think, guys, should we, I mean, since we're like already way too, we've been doing at this for way too long, should we just take people calling in and giving gishwhes advice? Should we do that or not do that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tweet that
like
out. No, because I mean, it's valuable. It's such a small fucking group of people. Like, I mean,
I really want to do this again, like later in the week when they're all just unraveling.
yeah, no, like we really should catch them at like peak mental breakdown, like
Yeah.
right at the.
I feel like that's gonna be like Friday.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
'cause it's the
I
first
honestly
day of
think it
con.
happens Wednesday. Because like, and that's gonna set the tone for the rest of the week. But
Yeah. But
I'm
it's like
a.
extra this year because con too.
Oh
Oh,
my
so
god, I
fuck.
can't even. Okay, so I think people are gonna need therapy by Friday. Like, I can't imagine doing a con and gishwhes at the same. I can't.
That's a lot.
That's
And
why, I
people,
mean, I always kind of wondered, like, there was a part of me that hoped that maybe one day Gishwes would take place during SDCC because they would just burn it down. And I'm like,
Why, Scout?
that's it. I like a little drama. What can I say?
Scout's just walking around San Diego Comic Con, has no pass, just a popcorn.
Yeah.
Not attending, just watching.
Or I'm surrounded by flames with my arms in the air.
You're just a walking. You're cosplaying your own GIF.
Which reminds me,
you gotta give her the salmon.
I literally would have just been this
Oh my
the
god,
whole time.
that is
If
amazing.
Gishwes took place during SDCC, this would have been me the entire time,
Literally, just like
surrounded by flames. The flames, mind you, would have been actual, literal flames from Gishwes.
Naturally. God.
I wonder how because I think I saw a tweet where someone mentioned to Misha that Gishwas was during VanCon and his reaction was, "Oh fuck," like he didn't know.
They know.
Like I don't know if he like
They
I
know.
could believe just as much that it was on purpose or that he had no fucking clue. Like I could believe both of those versions of events.
I think they were sequential.
I wonder how the rest of the cast is going to appreciate the level of bizarre that's going to happen during VanCon.
I'm curious how much actual effort will be put into it by them.
Like they can't escape Gishwas this year because they literally have to be at an event surrounded by people playing.
Yeah.
Godspeed to Robin.
I'm
Mitch.
really excited that like Misha has to see the shit that he is putting us through. Because
Misha can't
one
escape
of our
it either.
commitments is anytime that we're standing in a line, every seventh step you have to say, "Look how far we've come." And so his like auto lines and photo lines are going to be incredible.
Please record
Oh my god.
Yes.
Dimitri. This is amazing.
Please.
I'm gonna try.
For fuck's sake.
Oh my god. Dimitri really drew me as a squirrel. It's so good. Oh, you drew Paddington. It's so good. Oh, I like it so much.
I'm really sad that Kim's not gonna be at VanCon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is weird.
But we get Elena, and that makes me really happy. I'm not even attending the con. I don't know why I'm like upset about these things. I'm just going to
Please,
super
like we are all not flaming dumpsters for all of it.
True. Because I don't even have a ticket. Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Hey,
Got a room now.
guys. Oh no, I just opened Premiere. I'm still. Look at my stupid chicken. Look at my stupid chicken. It can't do shit about itself or its life. I understand
And it
that.
probably just can't generally do shit, seeing as it
No,
eats rocks all
it is
day.
it is a chicken. They don't, at the best of times, they don't do a lot. And that it and I relate in a very basic way. And I'm happy for my stupid chicken. Thank you.
I've never seen you so pleased.
Stupid chicken.
Tasha's losing
I
it.
split it because I was all cool and stuff.
Fucking Brie was like soulmates united. EA Brie, not I Brie. That's right. Don't judge. You don't know. You don't know our life together as helpless, empty-headed motherfuckers.
Like I say, you don't know our life together when you got it like less than an hour ago.
You don't know. We're bonded.
You don't know the strong bond we have together. We've gone through shit together.
I cannot motherfucking escape things with owls because one motherfucking time, 6 goddamn months ago, I thought I was real funny and was like, look at the owl judging you because Anne sent it
That's
to me.
not
You
the
know what?
only reason.
I still haven't shared my feelings with her about, do you know what you consigned me to with this lovely fucking gift that you hand painted? Do
But
you
you
know what?
also,
I got 7 different people today messaged me that owl in a sink, which and it's full, and the owl is swimming real quick in circles because it's just having a bath, and the owl is real small, and the sink is real big, and it's swimming, and it's angry, and it's fast. 7 people, 7.
Do you know how many
7.
people messaged me when the person who created pineapple pizza died?
Yes, I do, and I don't feel bad because you fucking get it. Look, these feathers are hand painted. Anne is brilliant and good, but you know what? She deserves whatever comes her way. For 7 people, come on! It was an angry little owl swimming. It couldn't even help itself. There was some water, and so it was causing the current to spin. And this angry little owl was spinning real fast in circles. Nobody's gonna do shit about it. It was just living its life, and physics was happening. 7 people sent me that. That's
I think
every
that's
day,
a good
every
metaphor,
day,
though.
every day.
At least once a day I get one Space Jam related tweet, but on the other hand, I enjoy Space Jam, so I can't complain.
Me and this stupid chicken are gonna bond. Thank you. Our life together is great. You don't know.
Unicorns are my thing. I think once everybody just kind of finds a thing for a person, it just becomes their thing.
Like
And
a totem.
you got the owl though. Just kind of deal with it.
Okay, but it's probably fitting that people don't actually get a say in what the thing is. She's like, no, no, don't be
You
silly.
asked me what my name was, and then you were like, "No, I'm gonna call you Pineapple," and that's my.
Yeah,
I
I'm
told you-
just saying, it kind of makes sense.
I told you that
So I
was a
don't-
result of my own limitations. I'm American.
I don't
we are
feel bad for
vulgar.
you and your owls.
We're helpless.
I
Okay,
zero
fair.
sympathy.
Which actually, I don't know. Has it ever been explained why is your at handle what it is? Pineapple.
Mine or yours?
Pineapple.
Listen, there was a day in 2009 where I signed up for Twitter. Apparently at 8 in the morning. I don't know why. I signed up for Twitter at 8 in the morning, and I couldn't think of anything better that wasn't taken. But I kind of like the word pineapples. It's a fun word. And they are aesthetically pleasing. They look nice. I don't actually like to eat them.
Oh my god.
And that's the really, really disappointing story behind my username. It's really anticlimactic. 22-year-old me made bad username decisions. Lua, your hair matches your chicken. It's gonna take some screen grabs. Lua, how did you come up with Poptivist? She's not gonna answer the question.
She doesn't even have her headphones on.
Oh.
She ain't hearing shit. She didn't hear your origin story.
I hope that the camera is stuck on her. No, it's not. It's on Tasha.
We could make up an origin story for Poptivist. Maybe she's like, she really wanted to be a... No, never mind.
The popcorn
No,
activist?
in late June 2012, I was drunk, hating life. Like, not like super drunk, but like enough to judge myself. And like hating life, and it was slightly after midnight, and I was going to bed and trying to be responsible. So I was still in the army at the time, and just like, I was doing really, really good, but trying to do better. And I had this sense that shit was going downhill, and I was like, I'm looking for some different shit. And I know that I joined Twitter just looking to interact with anybody but my bubble of people. I have no clue what the username I chose was, but I know that it was after midnight, and it was late June, and it was 2012, that I went to sleep, and I fucking sat bolt upright in my bed and was like, Poptivist is a great name. I'm going to want to refer back to this later. And I went to my laptop, which I immediately sold to buy somebody some present or something, and like created that name and didn't look at it for 3 years. But I created it because I thought, I like this. I'm going to want to come back to it. And I remember because I thought that I would need to explain it for some fucking reason.
And look at you now.
No explanation. Yeah, look at me now. God help me.
You totally used it. I love that, like, something, like, I'm imagining you, like, possessed, like, nothing, like, just an abnormal, like, bolt upward, straight upright, I know what I am. I know who I am. I know.
No, I literally got out of bed and went back out into the living room and turned my computer back on and made an account for this website that I'd never used and thought, I'm going to want to explain this later. And I, like, there was no reason and continues not to be one, but I think I just knew that I wanted some different shit from the garbage life that I had. And I thought it had a ring to it. And it's funny because, like, I'm not good at separating, like, business from personal anything ever. So I'll give that email address, like, doctor's offices and such. And they're like, that sounds like a thing. Is that a thing? And I'm like, you'd think it was, but it isn't. Like, it sounds like a thing that you recognize. It is, in fact, not. But I hear you. Like...
It sounds like the name of a magazine or something.
It sounds like it should be. It isn't, but...
Oh boy, Kirsten just said a good thing.
What?
Hallelujah. 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 Lua. Hallelujah. Gosh, that's a tongue twister.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. I love it. I want.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Listen. Hallelujah. I'm really happy about this.
I have a tub full of insects from Twitter. A tub full of insects?
She's trying to look past it. But Hallelujah is brilliant.
Look, and I said Honolulu. Sorry. It's just...
Took me a hot minute to say.
Alicia, you say pop culture activist. Listen, I cannot express to you how much at the time, like, I did not give a single fuck about any kind of pop culture. I would have laughed. Like, I had no grasp at all of what that was. I couldn't tell you what pop culture was other than something that I thought I could be funny about for 10 minutes at a bar. Like, I hadn't seen Supernatural yet, and I ended up, while I was sharing the same apartment, watching it because I was staying with a boyfriend at the time, because I moved out of the barracks, and she was going through a really, really rough divorce. She decided she'd rather be with ladies. He decided he'd rather be with nobody. And she would fall asleep, and Supernatural would be on it to scare the shit out of me. I didn't know what it was. But it's funny that you say pop culture activist, because I had nothing no opinions on anything pop culture at the time, but there is some bullshit like you can tell somebody tried to make the Twitter handle and they bought the website, they bought poptivist.com, they have the Tumblr URL, and it's specifically like Poptivist, pop culture activist, and like it's close enough to whatever the fuck I talk about to be like insulting, but not close enough to be comprehensible. And also they stopped trying a year ago. So they had like a year span. They just own all the names, and it just makes me mad because it was clearly taken. Why could you just not pick a different thing? But okay, I understand I didn't have much acclaim to begin with. I just thought it sounded nice. Anyway.
That's why it's really great. The person who, like, I think the name most people know me as originally is Consulting Dash Cannibal. And the reason it's not all one word is because somebody took that URL and then hoarded it.
I get messages from them.
Yeah. See, I straight up wrecked this person. Like, they tried. Listen, I didn't do it myself. They tried to. They were like, you know what? I want to use this URL now, and I was like, oh, okay. And they tried, but they couldn't get any traction because some douchebag named Consulting Dash Cannibal, every single thing tagged, everything. They couldn't get any traction with their name because I wanted it, but they were like, no, it's my name. It's like,
You can't just like, if it's clearly like, come on, man, somebody lives there. Like, I'm not gonna fight anybody for the right to the name Poptivist. I don't give a fuck. But like, at a certain point, which is like years down the line, okay, come on, man.
I think a good metaphor was, say that it's like an empty house that's for sale, and then someone decides to squat in it, and they're like, this is my house now, and then you get the house, you move in, and you're like, excuse me, this is my house, and they're like, no, I was in before you, so technically I have claimed this home.
Ugh. poor fucking Tasha. How you doing, buddy?
That says it all, I think.
Make smile.
Oh, Tasha looks concerned.
Yeah, Tasha looks confused.
Come back to us.
My service is all wacky, and so I hear like every third or fourth word.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Listening.
Yeah, we asked you how you were doing, and you stared into space.
Don't listen to her.
A pretty
Don't listen to her.
portrayal, though. I'm giving you my grumpy face.
Aw.
It's still cute.
Oh, it got cuter. Maybe it's time to call it.
Oh, yeah, I do have to go to bed.
I'm excited to sleep in.
You fucker. I'm gonna sleep like a baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep like a baby who isn't about to put just cover themselves in nacho cheese and then try to greet strangers on the street or something.
7 hours and 35 minutes left.
Okay. Hey,
No.
I know that you fuckers will. Half of you are on teams that have like a spreadsheet waiting to populate the list. Send me the list. I'm not gonna share with anybody or tell anybody. I'm just super curious. I always love reading it.
Yeah, please somebody send me the list.
Yeah, I should have
I want to see either one of us. Yeah.
The list is on the gishwhes website.
Yeah, but you know it crashes 4 times every morning, like at least 4 times. It will crash the website.
True. Right.
The tweets during that time are the most exciting.
My favorite item last year was the Kings of Con item. You had to draw Robin Rich with a gorilla.
There were some amazing things.
During gishwhes last year, I think I only did one item, and it was that one, because during gishwhes at that time, that's when I was like literally actually dying. And so I was like, you know what? I will do this one item, and then I will go to the hospital. And I was really happy because that one item ended up in the coffee table book.
Did it?
And it was, yeah, it was the Kings of Con made it in, and I was like, okay, good, all right, I can rest easy now.
I did that item and it also ended up in the book. So that means both of ours are in there. That's really cool.
That makes me happy.
Get the damn book.
Noticed that there was an item for Matt, and it required him to be shirtless. And I asked him how he felt about it, and he's like, "What? Sorry, what was that happened?" It was like, let me just link that. That was really funny.
Maybe it's good that, well, I mean, it's not good that he didn't know, but maybe it's good that at that point he didn't know. He was just like, oh.
No, it's funny.
That one was funny because we put Matt's abs on the Sydney Opera House.
I thought all the entries were super great, and I had a weird interaction with it, like just with a couple of friends who, by chance, were like, "Let me include you in the thing." They either pointedly avoided acknowledging it, or were like, "Do you have naked pictures of Matt? Because boy, I could use him right now, bud." I was like, no, why would I have like?
Now's the time to break out the vault. The vault we know you keep.
Yeah, they're like, I could really use your stash right now, bud. Okay. Okay.
Like,
listen, we heard you were a dealer. We're just we're just following the trail.
Like, listen, I know you fake shit all year round, but this is the time I really need you, bud.
Oh Lord.
Oh.
I'm not ready.
Well, I really wish everybody the best of luck and the most minimal of hangovers. Oh, thanks, Dimitri. Love you, buddy. And yeah, honestly, I'm generally very, very, very stressed about gishwhes, because if you know somebody that's doing gishwhes, you were also doing gishwhes. And the thing is, I literally have absolutely zero contact with anybody that is not in a fandom. I literally do not know anyone but fandom. So there's a lot of like I struggle a lot with how do you pick and choose which friends to do a favor for, and a lot of people aren't really familiar with perspective that like you may be able to contact an actor, but that does not mean 40 other people aren't going to ask you, and also that it isn't weird to contact them.
Yeah.
So I struggle a lot with helping people with gishwas.
That is another major reason why I was like, all right, I'm not going to actually participate this year, because I have a feeling that my team is going to have a higher expectation, because they'll see that Matt has responded to something, or that Kim has responded to something, or that they see me talking to Dad Prime. It's like, no, it doesn't mean that they'll just do favors because of gishwhes. That's not how it works, because they also have, you think there's tens of thousands of other people doing gishwhes. That's not how it works, and that's
I literally lied all last year until the night before. I lied and I said that I had a team, because otherwise people think you're like, you know, have some hot shit to offer, and they're super wrong. But it's like, there's no way you're gonna convince them. This year, I think I've been sufficiently an asshole to dissuade anyone from asking. But Tasha, you look like you're gonna say a thing.
No, I'm just smiling because you're not an asshole.
Oh, why are you so sweet? But
yeah, I did decide to. I told Team Vampirates, I was like, you guys, I'm not going to be on the team, because if I'm on the team, you will expect things, and if I'm not, and I say no, there's nothing you can really do. I said I couldn't, you know. So that's.
But that unmet expectation will fucking linger.
Yes, and it was still, I told them, I was like, you guys, I was literally in the hospital, I was dying, and I felt guilt. I actually felt guilt that I couldn't do gishwes things. And it's like, nah, I don't, that didn't feel good.
Yeah.
The most use I have is my tablet, and also for some reason the actual literal circus that is set up 3 miles out of town at a John Deere. I don't know why it's there. I don't know who's going to it, but it's there.
Boy, if there's some shit in cornfield. Okay, the anus jokes are back. All right. Anyway.
I think it's probably a good time.
Yeah.
Now that we've come back to the buttholes.
Oh, there's Norton.
Yeah, same.
For that.
Yeah.
Okay. What the fuck? Playing tomorrow.
Oh, he's playing with a different band.
Different
He's playing drums with a different band.
Hashtag SPN family.
He's so bad at knowing.
Wouldn't you
what
have to
hashtags are
like
for.
us first? To
Oh.
Sorry. Anyway. Time to close this down. Love you guys. Get some sleep, sober up, drink some water. Imbibe less salt than I put out into the world because it will kill you. Gonna hang this up. Love you guys.